Hey, Zach. Hey, Bob. How are you? Let me know, not that I can switch it now, if this microphone, I'm not even drinking, sounds okay. Hey, Corey. I'm not using the regular microphone that I always use. I always use the laptop built-in microphone. This week I'm trying something different. I'm pretty sure it's hooked up. It's a external. Hi, Bob. It's an external microphone. So let me know how that sounds. Hey, Ken. Okay, does it sound, and I know it's probably hard to remember. Hey, Kevin and Jorg. Hello. Does it sound, I don't know if you can compare or remember if it sounds better or worse. Uh, Bears got destroyed. Uh, you know, because the one thought you were going to be live from the garage. You know what, Bob? Hi, Roger. I ordered a Ethernet cord, 150 footer, because I had tried my phone. I did a test run the other day, and I did it like in the middle of the day when I know nobody would really be paying attention. And I tried to do a live real quick. It kept glitching really bad from my phone, I think because of the signal. So I ordered an Ethernet cord, and I'm going to try it from my computer whenever that comes in, because my garage isn't close to the house. Well, I think you know that, Bob, because you were here. Wait, were you here? Yeah. So I mean, I need a really long Ethernet cord, but the microphone that I used, it should sound a little better. It's an external mic. So I tried plugging the microphone in that I used from my phone and clipped it on my collar, but it wouldn't work, for some reason. But hey, what's up, Adam? Don't forget the like button, folks. We have 20 people, 28 people, and we only have 10 likes. So please hit the like button for the algorithm. Hey, Dino, what's up, buddy? Uh, you know, I thought for sure, since I use my phone when I'm in the garage, if I have to call somebody or what have you, hey, Neil, that it would be fine. But it must take, hi, Dawn, it must take a lot more uh, something connection to run live. So definitely, I'm going to try the Ethernet thing. And hey, James, and see if that works out, But Slades, you do a video on rebuilding Motorola 12-volt alternator. It need to be done. No, I didn't do anything on rebuilding an alternator. I never really, they're so cheap now that I didn't even bother. Generator videos are pretty good, though, in all honesty. Hi, April. How are you? And Matthew, yes, that is a nice bug. I was really excited to get that self interview because Dino always has a lot of information. And, of what he owns, he always can tell you, hi, Jeff, a lot about what he has. Eternally, how are you? 32 people with only 19 likes. So please just hit the X, hit the like button, and come back to the chat so we can get the algorithm up. Yeah, that even when he did pickle the bus, I call it his pickup truck. It's really nice because when folks do the self interviews, it gives them a chance to be on the community channel. Hi, Rod, Indiana. That's okay. I understand. And Vicky, how are you? Ooh, that's not good. Did she just get it? Or I didn't know that was really going around right now. Hi, Heidi. How are you, babe? I didn't know that was going around right now, to be quite honest with you. Wow, thank you. The likes jumped up there to 26 that quick. Anybody that wants to do a self interview like Dino had did for Friday, and hey, John, all right. I just pictured dazed and confused. My train of thought left. There's a surprise, huh? Last Saturday. Ugh. I didn't know that was even really going around still. I mean, I guess it'll always be around though, the damn COVID. But it was 2 and a half days. We were on a holiday in Ohio. Oh, there you go, Bob. Awesome. And Otto, how are you? And Joe, I hope everybody's getting ready for Christmas. Uh, I wanted to do my interior dye come in for the headliner, as I believe I announced it. I think I said at the end of Dino's video that I would be doing a headliner. No, I can't remember. Maybe I said it in a short video, but I got to do. If you seen my short I did today, it didn't get many views yet. I don't think many people caught it. Very good friend, Keith, dog in here when people see him. He's been dealing with cancer and different things, and I'm going to rebuild a 28 pick carburetor for him. I said, just ship it to me and I'll take care of it. So I got a new Vever, the upgraded ultrasonic cleaner. Super duper. I didn't try it yet, so we'll see if I'm ignorant about it or if I'm nice about it, you know. But I don't have a VW ornament on my tree. I had one in Heather put it somewhere. I can't find it. Heather's, oh wait, it's in on the stand in the living room. She didn't put it on the tree, she put it on my stand. A bus and a Beetle ornament. I got to do the carburetor first, and I'm going to try out that new ultrasonic cleaner with the degas and extra vibration and blah, 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 blah. So I'm going to go ahead and, oh, is there a bunch on a tree? I'm sorry. Oh, yeah, you are right. Oops. Yeah, I noticed things like that, you know. I'm sorry, Heather. She's downstairs in her craft room. She's trying to get stuff ready because I believe next week, to get it out of the way, we're going to do the Christmas cottage tour of the house that I put up right near Christmas time to give me a break for the week, you know. And I like when she does that. She puts a lot of effort into the decor, so it's kind of nice to put it on the YouTube community channel so people can see Christmas decorations. Heather nailed the house. Lord Mark, how are you? Yeah, you know what? Keith is an awesome guy, and I should have had something setting here, and I left it in the dining room. I got a box today from Amazon, and should have got something to hold my belly in. But hey, Don, he had sent me 2 LED magnetic lights for when I'm filming and working on the car, which was very thoughtful of him. And he didn't have to send anything. But I do have his I'm sorry, I'm reading the messages while I'm talking. I do have his carburetor and I want to get it done for him. It's bothering me. So I'm gonna, hey DW, I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna try to do the headliner refurbish video this week, if possible. If not, it'll be up next week. I'll do the carburetor. Vever gave me the 30-liter, 8-gallon ultrasonic cleaner, and I'm sure most of you already know that. But dang, when you're just doing like a carburetor or something and you're not putting a whole cylinder head in or a half an engine block, it's so much to fill that whole thing up. So they asked me if I wanted a smaller one too, and I said, yeah, but I want your new model. It's black. Not that the color of it matters, but it has extra features. So I'm going to film that tomorrow, and that'll be this week's video. And hey, James, and Mike, how are you? I'll catch up with you in 1 minute, James. So it has degas and another feature, and I can't remember what it was now. So I'm going to do that, and I'm going to do the carburetor for free for him. He's been struggling a lot with cancer and things, and it's well known now. He did bring it up publicly once, and I love Keith. He's a really great guy. So I want to get that done this week, buttoned up, and shipped back to him. Hey, Dr. V-Dub. You know, that's something that's bothering me. I guess you could tell it's on my mind. But I'm going to do that, and then I'll do the headliner afterwards, you know. But I have a stock 68 carburetor I would love to get rebuilt. I replaced it and still want to have backup if possible. Yeah, James, they're not that hard to do. But you do have to, like, if you've ever watched any of my 34 videos, I'm sorry, my 34 pick 3, blah, blah, blah. you know, you do got to get some things apart, like the BB down inside, and clean it really, really good. Like there's a couple passages, if you don't get them right, that carb can look brand new and it's going to run like poopy. So, you know, you do got to take your time with them. What's my final thoughts on the diesel heater? Well, here's my final thought, sir. You know, they do work nice. Make no mistake, they work beautiful. Uh, they sent me another one, and I don't know why yet, but it's the same thing. So one's going on the marketplace. I don't need two diesel heaters, so I'm putting it on the marketplace probably tomorrow. I'm just being lazy. Well, not really. We had a lot to do for Christmas, but I think they work very nice. The consumption is very low on the fuel. I found out because I was a dumbass and I touched the exhaust to see how hot it would get. Yeah, they get pretty hot. So when you're putting it through the wall or the board like I did, you will want to do exactly what I did and then wrap it with header wrap. I'm sorry. But honestly, I do think they're nice. I think it's a little noisy, but then again, I'm filming. So if you're filming, you know, you got the in the background. I do have noise cancellation for my microphone. So it does help. I use a Dynaglow. It's a 220 hookup, an electric heater for heat, and it heats the garage up super fast, you know. But then again, electric isn't cheap. But do I like it? Yeah, I do. The only reason I'm putting one up is I got two of them now. I don't know what, I think they screwed up, and I told them, they didn't seem to care. So I guess it's cheaper to keep her than, that doesn't sound right, than to ship it back. I got a 38 pick carb, has lots of air leaks in the shafts. Is there a rebuilt kit with new bushings? The 38 pick? Do you mean Rod, do you mean the 34.3? Because I know Volksbits and them, he does the new bushings and everything inside there. I haven't gotten to doing that yet. I want to really bad because I know one day Volksbits will come to an end probably. I don't know his age, but he's been doing it forever. So I should probably start practicing with replacing bushings and then just do what Volksbits is doing. You know, so when somebody gets our carburetor back, you know, it's sealed up properly like it was from Germany, you know. WBNS. Are you taking tech questions? I have some weird symptoms plaguing my accelerator cable and clutch. Also, sorry to hear about your buddy with cancer. Thank you. Yeah, I mean, I'll try to answer what I can on here. It's usually easier on the Facebook community for pictures and different things. But yeah, just give me an idea what you got going on there, and I'll try my best right now here. And Dave, how are you, buddy? Beetle ornament on a Charlie Brown tree. Oops, I mean 34 pick. Okay, yeah. Yeah, that's what I was saying. I would like to start rebushing those. I got to see who has the good bushing kits. I know Rentkey or whatever they're called is probably the better rebuild kit now for the carburetors, you know. But I don't like the aftermarket fuel shutoff valves in some of them. So I try to refurbish the old Solex ones. I went deep with that, I guess. Yes, WS Tech Questions. We learned a lot from that. And sending well wishes to your buddy. Thank you very much. I appreciate that. Very concerned about him. Let me see here. They sell quiet pumps for those heaters. There's a whole aftermarket scene for that stuff. Yeah, you know what, Mike? One of my buddies today sent to my Facebook Messenger a quiet pump. I think it was like $19. And you put that in and boom, it quiets it down. I actually, I was going to have a little bit of fun with the heater. Well, two of them. I was going to do all kind of hacks and different things, how to improve, you know, this and that, like from what they built. Although it is a nice heater, but I wanted to do a couple of videos on hacks, how to make them better, quieter, do different things. But I don't know how many people be interested in that. Lower the fuel consumption, stuff like that. So I did have some ideas. We'll see if I go that route. I got to watch getting off track with the channel because people get all freaked out and go, you're getting off track. Don't do that. And it's like, come on now, I can do extra videos once in a while showing something that pertains to the garage, you know. They make a 37.3, 39.3. It's cut through bigger and work well. Yeah, Dina, he typed that. That's all, you know. Let me see here. Yes, I got 34 pig best sometime for more info on a full rebuild kit. Okay, sounds good. No, we're not, DW. We're not really back on Sundays. I just had a lot going on Friday. I'm going to still do Friday nights. I believe it's a little easier, but I'll always announce on the community tab on YouTube here of what day it is, but 90% chance it's going to be on Fridays. We're trying to rush and get everything done because I guess Christmas is a couple weeks away. I don't know the date right now. So I'm just trying to rush as quick as I can. And Friday night, we were out to like 10 o'clock trying to get stuff done, you know. And Jeff Tanner, how are you? Yes, I was going to send back oil cooler and a fan, and they told me to keep it. Did they really? Yeah, I was just trying to be honest with them, you know, is what it was. Doug, Keith, my friend, you're never late, brother. I was just talking about you. Not in a bad way. Not you going out and getting into bar fights or anything. Thank you for the LED lights, brother. I really, really appreciated that. It was very, very nice of you. I really appreciate that. I hope you're doing well. I'm going to be filming tomorrow doing your carburetor. But the film won't be out till Thursday or Friday, you know, right around there. But I'm going to get that out of the way. And I did see the return spring bracket. I was looking at it. I'll throw it back in the box for you, but you gotta admit that is pretty cool though. That was very unique. Misty just put up information that they were carrying a lot of card parts. Yeah, I didn't know they were, Darren, to be honest with you. She was talking about jets because I'll be running the 40 cadrons, whatever. I didn't know she was carrying the jets. So I'll get a hold of her. I was going to call Jeff at Caddy Shack because that's what they do, you know. So maybe they're called cadrons, but I like cadrons. Sounds snappier. But I was going to call him and tell him, you know, my build sheet where I live, and then he would just send me the jets. But if Misty knows and she can nail it on what jets I need, then I'm just going to get them from her because it'll be easier. So I got like 434 pick carbs, only really need one. Yeah, I mean, they're very easy to rebuild, but if your throttle shaft's leaking air, which I hope for Keith's sake, I'm going to rebuild his carburetor. I hope his throttle shaft's not leaking because I can't rebush like Volksbits does, at least yet, because I'm going to start learning that. Never too old to learn, you know, but Volksbits will put the new bushings in and everything if needed. I see Eternally just said something right there about it. But I want to start doing that because I find a lot of the older carburetors, you rebuild them, you put them on, are nice and spick and span, and boom, they got a vacuum leak. So I'm hoping Keith's, you know, the throttle shaft bushings are good in there. V3 bus transmission doesn't go into gear when engine is started. Any thoughts? Also have large lag accelerate cable. I have it twice. I mean, honestly, I would try to adjust the accelerator cable. Definitely. There's no doubt about that. Might not be taut enough, if that makes sense. Your transmission, I'm not a transmission specialist, but I can tell you one thing. You might need to make some adjustments at the coupler and everything on it. Make sure the shifter and the coupler are all adjusted. You might have to play with some adjustments. It's not going in gear at all. Make sure your fluid's full in there too, just to make sure. You can leave the heater outside, just run the hose in, no noise. Yeah, I seen somebody do that, Dave. One guy mounted his outside, although my garage is a 2-story, so I'm on the 2nd floor, so I don't really have that option. If you were here, you'd look and go, okay, I get it. Unless I did it under the garage door, but then I'd have to block the rest of the garage door. I set that up pretty well with the board and the window deal that I did. But, you know, I wanted to do a couple tweaks to it and different things, but I probably won't film that because I don't think people want to see that, you know, because I'm not that channel technically, you know. Let me see here. Doing well. Be right back. I gotta pee. Okay, don't be long. Hey, Dale, how are you? I thought Benny had the Jets. Nah, he gave him back to Elton. He was. Yes, thanks for the return part. I like the lights. Yeah, those lights are nice. I ran one over. I think I told you that in text today on your phone. That was quite a nice surprise, Keith. You didn't have to send me anything. That I didn't know. I didn't pay any attention today, and Lily was flipping out, barking, which tells me the Amazon guy must have been on the porch, and I didn't know. And I figured if somebody comes through the door and they see her, that's going to be a bad ending. So I never looked. And when you texted me, I looked and I'm like, oh, that's what she was barking at. Poor dog does her job, and half the time I ignore it. If you have a leak in your throttle shaft that lasts longer than 4 hours, you're supposed to see a doctor. Good evening, Alita. How you feeling? I hope you're doing well. And thank you for opinion. No problem. Hopefully it's not too wore out. He only drove 3 mile to the airport, 3 mile back. Yeah, we won't know until you put it on. You know what I mean, dog? But she's gonna look pretty when it's done. Hopefully the throttle shaft's fine in it. You know, I have really, unless I got lucky, I've really not run into many bad throttle shafts. Honestly, I haven't on the Solexes. And maybe again, like I said, maybe I got lucky, but we have 52 people in here with only 34 likes. So please hit the like button for me. It only takes a second and it'll get the algorithm up. But I am going to rebuild that tomorrow, though. And I'm going to try a couple different chemicals. So I'm going to try one that could be scary, not for the carburetor, but for me. So if you see me with a respirator on, is that a cat toy or Kodak Viorama triple decker slide carousel? Oh, that's a cat toy. That was pretty good. You knew what that was. I don't know where she's at. She's probably aggravating Lily. Hey, Scott, how you doing? Look likely we'll have to fine tune it, which is no problem. Well, what I'll do, dog, I'm going to set it up to the point where you're just going to start it. I will set that carburetor completely up to where, once you crank your key to get the fuel build up, you're just going to hit it and it's going to fire right up. So I'm going to adjust the choke, the mixture, everything. Then after the car warms up, then you're going to have to do the final tweak, but you won't have to touch the idle, nothing like that. You'll just be tweaking it very slightly. And I'll explain it in the video so you can refer to the video and go, okay, I got it. But yeah, get the likes up there, folks. It really helps. I'm doing okay. I love all your videos because it gives me ideas that I would never thought of doing. Thank you, Alita. I hope you're doing well, my friend. Well, good night. I'll see you tomorrow. Okay, Rod. Thanks for stopping in. I appreciate it. I hope you have a great week. Thanks, Alita. Kitty. Hey, V8 Nate, how are you, brother? No problem. No problem, Keith. And Alita, I'm glad you're feeling better. I hope you are doing better. Seems everybody getting sick now, And Nate, V8 Nate, who just said, hey, Slade. And there's Jim Lorish. How are you, brother? He has now a new shiny little baby and just born about a week ago, Nate, right around there. Little bit of bumps, but she's doing good. So that's a bonus. We talked back and forth on Messenger, so that made me smile when he had sent me a picture. That made my night too. But hey, Jim, thanks for sending that picture to my phone today. I thought I was the only one with the creepy Santa. Oh God, here comes Lily. Them Santas, stuffed animals, toys, whatever you call them, from the 60s and 70s. I never realized how creepy they were, to tell you the truth. I mean, until I met Heather, and I'm like, check out my Santa from when I was little. And she was like, my God, that's what's wrong with you. So, doing well. Hope all is well. Your new toasty garage, born a 13. She's ready to hear some horsepower. That's right. I'll bet her big brother's excited. I'm so happy for you. I'm happy that everything smoothed out, because when you sent me a message, brother, yeah, been there, done that. You know what I mean? With Heather, and that's a very nerve-wracking situation. Ugh, I feel for you. You're a lot younger than stronger than me. So, oh no, I was young then too when that happened. No, I'm just old, damn it. Yeah, Jim, that's Santa. Actually, yours don't look too bad. I should go pick mine up. It's in the living room. Just has that evil face. I mean, I don't know what the heck they were doing back in the 60s, but I mean, I was a baby when it was bought for me. But I thought there was something on my shirt. I never looked at it as like weird looking or anything until Heather brought it to my attention later, you know. It's like you call a little baby Avery wants to see her. Lily, come. Oh, she got a bone. Come here, right here. Here. Oh, where you at? You're on the other side. Lily, why are you playing games back and forth? There we go. Oh, here, look up here. Look up here. Oh, shut up. Look up at the screen. See? I got it too dark in here. Say hi, baby Avery. Okay, out. If I leave her in here, she sees a dog on the screen and flips out. Like, but sometimes I look in the mirror when I'm shaving and I'm like, oh God. Yeah, it is pretty funny, Jim. When I get that text today and looked at it, I was like, okay, I don't feel alone in all this. Although yours looks nicer. Not better, but I have a new set of specialists that will help me get better and hopefully get on the upside of things called lupus. Oh, Heather's brother, I believe, has lupus. I didn't know that's what you were dealing with, honey. I'm really sorry. That just keep your chin up though, and be strong. You'll get through it. I feel for people. Sometimes, and then I'll shut up about it, but I always think having a bad day, why does this happen to me? Why does that happen? Blah, blah, blah. And then I realize how fortunate I really am when I hear about what others deal with. When V8 Nate here had sent me a message about a week and a half ago, I can't remember, my time frames are off, and told me what was going on. Sadly, him and I shared the same experience with our wives during delivery situation. And I thought, man, I don't want this stuff to happen to anybody else. But when you hear it, it's like, wow, it's not just me, Let me see. We all need to see the Santa. Okay, let me get it. Well, we don't. Okay, so this was given to me, I don't know by who, when I was a baby, born in 64. Obviously, I don't remember that. And Santas looked a little different then. Like, I don't think they were as user-friendly. Hopefully, baby Avery ain't looking at the TV right now. But I liked them, cuddled with them, patted, burped them, did the whole thing. But Santas were definitely different then, because I think the real Santa is much happier. His face looks happier. Lily, I mean, and Heather seen that and went, wow, really? It isn't like I made it, Yeah, Ken, I love my Rottweilers. I do. She actually is a sweetheart. She legitimately is she is a good dog. She really is. Very good around children. The cat beats on her and she just stares at it. James Perez, sir, I just got some performance slide hinges installed on the 68 Bug to get lots of fresh air to the engine. Nothing wrong with that. People aren't going to like what I do with my engine compartment, but I don't care because I like being a jerk. Should I avoid a fuel injected motor or can they be reliable? They can be very reliable, Corey. Heather's 77 that I'm going to do for her this spring because mine will be done. I wished it still had the fuel injection set up. But if Dino steps in here, a little pricey, the Sniper, And V8 Nate educated me on that too. I thought it was built for Beetle. Here, I think it's a Ford inline or something. Nate told me and I forgot, but I like fuel injection. I really do. I just can't afford it. It's out of my league right now. But yeah, if you can get one that's set up right, oh my goodness, yes. And Bob said, my screen jumped. Please bear with me a minute here. Boom, 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 boom. Oh, Vicky has lupus. I didn't know that. I'm so sorry, Vicky. I really am. I don't know if she's listening right now, but that's sad, Bob. It is. That's why I said sometimes I feel very fortunate for 60 that I'm flying around and doing stuff still. Hopefully it stays that way a little while, you know. You're not, will show us your age again. 80 and 7 months and learning a lot from your channel. Thank you, Dawn. I appreciate that. You're 80, you're doing good because I ain't going to make it to 80. I doubt it. I think Dave at Buster's Travel, I think he said he was 70 last week, which I had the pleasure of meeting Dave in person at our first annual meet this year, this summer that passed. Great guy. Do you know the length of the shifter shaft? 68 manual have changed from auto stick. No, I don't know the length of it offhand. Hey, if you're changing over from the auto to the manual, the shifting tube inside the tunnel is different, just so you know. Because I've had people post and say, mine has a bend in it, I'm going to straighten it. And I'm like, no, don't do that. They're supposed to have a slight bend in the shift tube inside the tunnel. So I just needed to throw that in there. Don't enjoy your project. I'm glad, 80 years old. And I think I said to Heather just the other day, I was going to, and I'll make this long story real short. I said about when I was young, long time ago, when I was like 25 and I'd see a 60-year-old guy, that's what I am now, saying, well, I'm going to build a bigger garage and I'm going to do this. And ignorant as I was, no, I wasn't an ignorant kid. I was actually polite, but as an ignorant thought, I would think, you're older. Why are you bothering now? Now I'm 60 and I'm going to build an addition on if I stay here, and I'm going to figure out a way to expand my garage and enjoy life. So you're never too old. Never too old. It's all here. It is all here. My back don't know that, but it is all here. When you think you got it bad, always remember somebody else has a very worse many cases. So keep positive. Everything will be all right. Nate, you are so right about that. You really are. I wished I could help everybody. I wish I could sweep every homeless person off the street and just take them in. Somebody said to me one time about, wow, your house is really small. I said, yeah, but it's better than living under a bridge like some people have to. And that really bothers me. I don't like to see people down and out. Wished I had billions to give away. I really do. Why would Vicky like to gain a friend to deal with this? I would not mind, and it is okay if she says no. Alita, Vicky is very sweet. I had the pleasure of meeting her in person also. Animal, home, and agriculture. What is your thought on reverse brake bleeding? I just ran across the kits on Amazon, and I'm not sure how it feel. You know what, Animal? It's easier to call you Animal. It makes you sound all rough and tumble. I only do mine one way, and it doesn't mean mine is the right way. It's just the way I've always done it on Volkswagens. I don't even bench bleed the master. I actually gravity bleed. When I'm done gravity bleeding, a few pumps, and I'm done. So I never did the reverse brake bleeding. But now when I do Chevys, I always, and I'm sure V8 Nate agrees with me, because he's a Chevy guy too. I always will be at heart. I always bench bled the master first, and then sometimes use the pressure. But honestly, that's the way I always did an Animal. It don't mean in mine's the B. I'm not the be all end all, you know what I mean? But that's the way I did it. Hey, we keep all sick people in our prayers. Cool, Santa. Thanks, Jeff. Yeah. It's funny, talk about prayers and then I'll shut up about it because somebody will get offended. And I'll talk to God during the day while I'm busy. So good thing nobody's listening. They think I'm schizophrenic or something, that I'm in my garage alone. Is, you pray and then you try to go to bed and you're like, oh crap, I forgot so-and-so. I have to go, it's me again. And then I add somebody on. So I know that was kind of weird to talk about. But Santa's wearing eyeliner. Wait a minute, is he? He is. Santa is wearing eyeliner. That's pretty creepy. Me and Heather had a picture done with Santa last Christmas. I think it's in the kitchen. We went to the mall, you know, the deal, and we sit down next to him and the whole deal. And then, of course, Heather asked for crap like a Nova. Not that I don't like Novas and that, but that's Heather. She does that. And the poor guy, just like, because that's one of Santa's helpers that gives the information, you know, because I know you're listening, baby Avery. And, you know, it was just, it was a great photo because usually I hate my photos, but Heather and I sat with Santa and got a picture taken. I think it's on the fridge. And that was a lot of fun because I think there was a lot of little kids lined up looking, thinking, would you hurry up? We need this guy. You know? Okay, let me catch up here. Lily is gorgeous. Thank you. She's a sweetheart. She's 5.5 now. She loves kids. She's been a great addition to the family. That's Christine's story. Santa, awesome. I miss my Rotties. I've had 2 in my life, both named Bandit. I love the Rottweiler breed, and there's many good breeds. You know, I've had Shepherds when I was young. Excuse me, I should say when Heather and I were young. We've been together 34 years, but I love the Rotts. They're kind of laid back, and I sleep pretty good at night, you know, when she's hanging out. But they're good. They just eat a lot. Alyssa, I will ask her and let her get in touch with you. He met Alita. I know what Bob met. Oh, he said, sorry, Alita. Bob's a good guy. Another one I got to meet in person. I'm excited this July with the second annual get together because it's going to be an open invite because I have more room. I hope hundreds of people show up. We had 70 people the first year, was pretty good, but that was a closed invite because the place I got, it was pretty, but it was small. So I actually got nervous on that one. There wouldn't be room. Tell Heather she needs to show and demonstrate the turkey call on her channel. I have that here. So Keith's dog, he sends me this with the carburetor, separate box, okay? Has little holes in it like trumpet, doodle-doodle-doo. And he sends this thing and he says, hey, he didn't tell me to film it though, he forgot. He says, hey, check this out, da-da-da-da. So the directions are you put a little water, if you can see the flare, and you put a little water in there and you go like that, and it's supposed to make a turkey call. Heather puts it in. I'm mad I didn't film it. And she blew into it and it blew water all over her face. But Heather is such a good sport. She was laughing so hard. And she said, I'll get Keith. Let me see. Because I keep picturing it in my head now. You're only as old as you let yourself be. You're right, Dawn. And Roger said 72 and still tinkering on the bug keeps me going. You know, it does keep us going. And I see V8 Nate. I don't know if he's still in here, but I watch his videos, and he'll have his little boy in there, which I picture my little Dalton that used to be in a garage with me off and on. And I look at Nate and I see that younger version of me, and it's like time goes too fast. You know, it really, really does. I'm Crazy Goat Lady on Carmen Agia. Look, cat's playing with her toy. I thought I heard something. And thanks, Jeff. Let me catch up here. I'm running my yap. Boom, boom, boom. Somebody's got a problem with prayers. They can just find another channel to watch. Yeah, you know, I really don't care what people think. I've always kind of been that way, you know. That's it. Hey, VW8, how you doing, buddy? And Fernando. I kind of figure if they don't like it, then, you know, go elsewhere or just don't talk about it. You know, you got to watch everything you say now. Everybody gets hurt so easily. It's ridiculous. I need Santa's helper to help me lift this dual port 60 on my truck bed. Yeah, Mike, when I was young, it's probably why I got a bad back now. I was always lifting stuff up, and not to show off, because I was never a show off, but now it's like I need to get the engine off the stand to like put it aside, and I'm calling my son, hey, stop by when you get time. He could probably lift it himself. He's young, but it's not fun lifting stuff like it used to be. Yeah, 64 and I had to retire due to medical. My 68 gives me a project. Keep going. Thanks for all your videos. Jeff, thank you. And I'm sorry that you had to retire at maybe an age you didn't want to. But you know what? You're home now. And that's what matters, in all honesty. I don't want to talk about that turkey call. I love Heather so much. But if I could have filmed that, that would have been the best short I ever put up. It would have been a whole new channel. But she don't get mad. She just went like that. And she went, really? Lisa, how are you? I'm trying to catch up here. I'm sorry. I'm gabbing a lot. I love when everybody's in here. It just makes my night, especially on a Sunday night. I didn't think as many would be in here tonight, but I had to because of shopping. The season's wearing me out. Thanks. Hey, much love to you, Keith. Much love, brother. Give me a yell. The video will be out this week, so you'll see that. But I'll talk to you and text back and forth, or call me if you need to. Keith's an awesome guy. He really is. And thank you so much again for the LED lights. That caught me off guard today. Yeah, she is a keeper, James. Let me see. I picture how they're doing that. Bob, I seen it coming. He didn't tell me. I just can't. I analyzed the structure of it, and I looked and thought, I think she's going to get nailed with water. And boom, she laughed so hard. She really did. And then Keith's like, did you get it on camera? Like, well, you didn't tell me. I didn't know that was going to happen. Kind words from a stud. Nate, you're a good dude. You are. He has a nice Beetle, a Herbie. You got to check it out. He did, he put like an air ride, I think, in the front. And I remember the first time I'd seen it in his videos, I'm looking, I thought it was a V8. And I'm like, small block Chevy. I got all wound up, and then I realized what it was. And then he also has a Chevy S10 that literally will just melt the tires on it. But I like it because he puts his son in. I wish my kid was little again, where he could have been in my videos with me. That makes me smile. Let me see here. Good dog. We're praying for you and your health. Yeah, we all are, Darren. We are. He'll beat this. I got a good feeling. I got a really good feeling on this. I do. He's just very tired right now, probably from the treatments. VW motors are designed to be lifted with your back. My son always had a bad saying that. It was more of an adult cartoon when he was old. He's like, lift your back, not your legs. I'm like, why are you saying that? And here it was in a cartoon. Yeah, Dave, I appreciate it when everybody hits a like button. I don't like, so nobody misunderstands this. You don't hit the like button and I have money flying, and that is not what that is. Hitting the like button changes the algorithm, and it puts the video out there going, hey, these people liked it. Maybe you'll want to see the video. So that's all it really does, Bob Pete a little. I really wished I would have filmed it, and I would never humiliate Heather. I don't like humiliating women. I probably humiliated a few guys in my life that deserved it, but not women. No women, no children. It's a rule. But she would have laughed it off. She would have if I filmed it, but I didn't know any better. I didn't know it was going to happen. The audio is cracking up. Let me do an audio check. Your mic went crazy. It modulated real bad. Audio got funky. Same here, Ken. I hit the like as soon as I come in. Thank you, Lisa. Let me know. Yeah, it cracked on my side for 20 seconds. Back to normal now. Slade, did you bump the desk again? You know what? What could have happened is I got wild and woolly. Is that a term? And Yeah, it's back to normal. I started probably talking real loud. This microphone is let me see. It's kind of really cool looking, but I don't think it's very good. I did audio is good now. I did have a company reach out to me, like some of the sponsors do, like, would you like to try this ratchet or the diesel heater? I was stupid and wasn't thinking. Some company reached out to me and said, "Would you like to try one of our microphones?" And it's the one the guys use to show off. It comes down on the big mic, and you're like a newscaster, on the news. And I'm like, no, I do car stuff, and try to help people. I'd have no use for that. I should have did it because I could have at least showed it on a live chat and said, "Hey, I'm trying to promote this for them if it sounds good to you folks." But I might try to find that email and send it back because I think it would enhance the quality, of the audio on here. Audio is good now. Audio is good now. Have you gotten to use your new phone? How the heater been working? The what I did, Nate, is I went back to iPhone 15 Pro, and now I'm mad because the Samsung Ultra S24, I probably said it backwards, the camera was better, but I couldn't get used to the Android platform, and I got frustrated. So I'm back there. But if I work with the lighting a little bit, it's really not that bad. The iPhone camera works pretty well. The heater I haven't been using much because I haven't been in a garage. We've been doing a lot for Christmas, getting ready. And I have a bunch of dolls again, some Christmas dolls. I think baby Avery has one. I forget what they're called. They're Precious Moments Christmas dolls. They're about that big. They're big. And I'm getting ready to prep and see who I can make some little girls smile, not boys. They're for girls. So we've been trying to get a lot done. So I haven't been in the garage as much, sadly. Put a mouse pad underneath, should stop the extra vibration. Yeah, you know what? I could have bumped the desk. I mean, it's very possible, that happened. Just tell them you'll use it on a live chat because yours is giving you problems. Yeah, you know what, Ken? I'll try to find the email because this microphone that I have, I didn't pay like, "Good night, Joe. I hope you have a great week, brother. I really do. And thank you for stopping in." I don't think I paid much for that one, like $25 or something. And it don't work bad, but it's not, exciting to use. I'm going to go ahead and maybe try to reach out to that company. One just sent me a thing. "Would you like to try one of our car stereos?" But it's a big double din. I won't take things that I can't properly put, in a video with confidence and go, "Look, I just put this on my Beetle," because I'm not hacking my dash up, But I do get a lot of sponsors for really weird stuff. And I know they can't be checking my videos because it's like, "Would you like to try these heated underwear?" And it's like, what? I think they just send thousands out to everybody is what it is. Sorry, my room just got out of the shower. Gotta say, my new haircut looks good. Hey, Dylan, how are you, brother? Could have swear I seen a picture of you come up on Facebook today, and then when I refreshed, it was gone. Unless I'm just imagining that. But I had a question, Beetle, you could use instead of, okay. He had a custom Beetle, I'm sorry, you could use instead of the glove box. I'm going to hide a single din in my glove box is what I'm going to do, and have the AM radio in the dash. I was going to buy one of those retro sounds where it has that old school look, but has the USB because I love the USB sticks. You put all your music on you want, you let it rip, and you don't got to listen to DJs or nothing. So it is nice. I have 2 AM radios. One I'm going to test and see how it works. If it works, very nice. I guess it's from the early 70s or late 60s. I'm going to put one of them on the marketplace or on Samba just to recoup some money. And then the other one I may put in my car. Or maybe I'll sell both of them and I'll buy a retro sound. Because I have some original VW radios I got to mess with. Let me see here. But I always sneak stuff into the glove box, even gauges sometimes where you pop the glove box up and there's your gauges right there, Their haircut looks good. All I got up here is skin and scars from hitting my head. My hair's still there. It's just all gray now. Heated underwear could use some of those. Adam, I have no idea why I said that. Because I get a lot of really strange stuff in my email from sponsors. And it's like, I don't need that. I can't take something from you if I can't promote it. And then there's one, I won't name them on here. There's one sponsor, they don't like me at all because I wouldn't lie. And I won't lie. I won't be dishonest and say, V8 and 8, Adam, you got to buy this. This product's great. I won't do it. So there's one that don't like me, and they're pretty big, but it is what it is. I was honest. They told me to be honest, and I was. Let me see. Remind him one day at a time. We just have to keep on going to your treatments. Heather's a great person. Y'all, good night. Thanks, Jeff. Thanks for the kind words, and I hope you have a great week, my friend. I really do. Everybody, just be aware and take care of yourself. Keep vitamins in yourself, anything you can do, because it's that time of the year now. You could always tap the modulator where the AM comes in at a 3.5 millimeter jack. Oh, yeah. It's that 3.5 millimeter. Isn't that like the headphone style jack, like the little audio jacks? There's got eBay. It sells original radios. They have been converted to a lot of use of Bluetooth, auxiliary cord, USB. You know what, Nate? Somebody else told me that, and I didn't. I never looked into it yet. I thought it would have been a really fun video to take an original VW AM radio and do that. But I don't know enough about it. I'm not an electronics guy. I'm not smart to that. I mean, I know how to do wiring and wiring up an amp and a radio and all that stuff, but I thought, man, that'd be a cool video, but I never looked into it, for the conversion like that. I can never hear the radio over the Bobcat exhaust. I don't know exhaust. I might do a sidewinder on mine. I got to check the prices. They're really up there right now, and I need a 1.5-inch sidewinder if that's what I'm going to use. Gray hair is overrated. Hey, Jamie. My hair started graying in my early 40s. I noticed it coming in a little bit here and there, and I thought, well, this is kind of strange, but I guess that's genetics. Everybody's like, oh, you're probably from stress. I think that has to do with genetics. I'm not a doctor. I don't know, but it is what it is. I don't mind being gray. It really doesn't bother me much. Does it make me look old? Yeah. But I am who I am, I could use heated underwear. It finally got above 30 today. Ooh. Yeah, it was I think yesterday or the day before something, it was pretty cold here. I was walking Heather out to the truck because we had to do some shopping and we were sliding all over the place. I didn't have any rock salt and it was cold. So thank goodness for start the truck deal and you go out and it's warmed up already. I basically bought that for Heather because, sometimes she struggles with a little back pain and things of that nature. I like electronics. Good, Ken, you need to come over here. My hi-fi. I bought the electrical spray cleaner because the static-y with the old hi-fi knobs. Once I don't touch the knobs and I have some vinyl spinning, it sounds great. But it's like, as soon as you just bump one of the knobs, it's staticky. Then it'll almost, the sound goes off and on real quick when I'm messing with the knob. So potmeters, they're called or something. I can't remember. But I'm going to have to take the hi-fi apart and clean all the potmeters. I could be saying it wrong. I'm not sure. Discujofed. I don't know what that means, Jamie. And I'm probably being stupid, which is a possibility because we're out today. I have a Bluetooth 15-inch back seat, real loudspeaker. You know what, James? Somebody sent me a link to Amazon with some type of, it could have been Dino, I thought. Somebody sent me some type of contraption. I don't know my phone near me. That you can put in the Beetle and then it hooks to a big woofer and blah, blah, blah. But it was real cheap. And they said it worked amazing. And I'll have to find it now, maybe put it on the Facebook group. I thought it was Dino that sent it to me. I'm not sure now. Turn gray, just don't turn loose. Yeah, the gray came in quick for me. Probably genetics or something. I'm hoping to get a Toyota Tacoma soon. I'm running all right now. My Corolla is being fixed from an accident, and I love it. Well, I'll tell you the truth, Dylan. I had a 2000, I forget, Toyota Camry XLE V6. I did change the timing belt on it twice. That's fun in a V6, but it wasn't horrible, I guess. But a long story short, I sold it to a friend. I basically got bored with it after a while. And it was the XLE. It was completely loaded, 310,000 miles. And I sold it to him cheap because he needed a car, and he drove out for another 2 years. So them Toyotas will just keep on going as long as you do the maintenance, you know. It's stress. My hair should be gray because of two of the daughters. My beard, mustache are gray. Yeah, that's with me. I've had my share of stress. That's for sure, you know. But I don't remember causing my parents that much stress when I was young that I'm aware of, you know. Of course, at 16, when I was on my Harley on the street that quick, I heard later that they were a basket of nerves every time I left the house. So, but that wasn't to stress them out. I wanted to ride, you know. So, potentiometers. Okay, I say it wrong all the time. I got to clean them because I know, and Ken said it too. I know that's what the problem is. The hi-fi got off of an older guy. It's probably only a few years older than me. It was his dad's, and it's a beautiful hi-fi. Looks brand new. Once I get the vinyl spinning, it sounds fine, but it does get that staticiness. So I was hoping to just pull the knobs and spray down in there and keep twisting back and forth, but I think I might have to take the back off and get up in there. I think I didn't check YouTube yet for any videos on that. I ordered a couple stickers, but I did 2 separate orders. You can put them together. Oh, okay, Lisa. Heather's the one that handles the stickers because I write like poop. So I did send some stickers out a couple of weeks ago because that goes to Heather's PayPal. Like, she coordinates all that. And thank you so much for the support. And I thought, well, I don't want to bother her. She was busy. She was working a lot. So I'm writing out the envelopes of the stickers, and I'm looking, and I'm like, it's going to look like a third grader did it. I was going to write in cursive, but then I thought, we got some younger male people. They may look and go, what the hell is that? But when Heather does it, she does the thank you card and everything, because we do appreciate the support. We really do. T-shirts, stickers, all them donations, everything. They help a lot. They really do. It was probably a step-down module from speaker signal to RCA for your amplifier. Yeah, Ken, it was some type of little contraption where it looked like it had the audio video jacks and a couple knobs. And I forget what the deal was. I'd have to find it because they're like, make sure you buy one of these. You'll love it. And it was only like $15. And I'm like, okay, now when something's too cheap, it scares me. So I plan to either use Bluetooth amp or regular amp and plug in a Bluetooth. Yeah, the Bluetooth, the only time I've used it so far is in Heather's truck. She has that Grand Cherokee, and it is nice. It's comfortable to drive. It's that altitude, fully loaded. It is nice to drive. But that's what I do, the Bluetooth when I'm in air, because I don't mess with my phone when I'm driving at all. But if I do get a phone call from one of my kids, it comes through the radio and all that, you know. They're the only ones I'll answer to, and then I pull over because too much phone activity in vehicles now, you know, at 60 mile an hour. Sousa in California. Yeah, Heather will definitely. Oh, you're welcome, April. You're very welcome, my friend. Heather handles all them. We usually send the stickers out like once a week because it's too hard to just keep running back to the post office, you know. Let me see here. I love the Sideliner style exhaust, especially how they tuck. Same style I'm making my turbo exhaust with. Oh, I agree, Nate. My buddy Sean had a Sidewinder on his 2054, I think. I can't remember. But wow, did it sound nice. I see a lot of people run the vintage speed exhaust, and they are very nice, but they are very expensive. And I don't know how well they breathe compared to the Sidewinder. I'm only going to run a 1904, so mine's considered a small stroker, but that's all I really needed. The Bluetooth also spot for it, Mike, for long road trips. Last year when I bought the 67 Vert, it had an AM FM radio. I kicked myself for switching it for my 66. Oh, I'll bet, Bob. No doubt. I see radios on eBay, for example, and I just come across them when I put VW stuff in. But there'll be an old, say, Blob Punked or whatever, VW radio from 1970, and it'll be $150 or something. They're not cheap. And a lot of them will say untested. Okay, that tells me that it don't work, because you just hook a battery charger up, or a battery, a little speaker with a little antenna, and if it works. I don't know. Maybe I'm a jerk, but it's like untested. Come on, that's the easiest thing to test real quick to see if it works. I guess that way they can sell you a bad radio and go, well, I told you it was untested. I like testing stuff before I sell it. It just makes me feel like an honest guy. I'd like to see what members do for sound system. I'm going to put a loud, good sound system in mine. I agree, Darren. I love music. I think where we'd be without music. How about we watch a movie? Because without background music, you wouldn't know what's going on in a movie. You need to know the excitement, and if it's really going down, by the song. Yeah. I use all those modules when I want to keep the stock radios. They work great. And hi, Lisa. I live close to you in Pico Rivera, and I'm going to use my Klein Bluetooth speaker. It sounds good, nice and crisp. And I'm just catching up here. I just got GT4 Tip Sports exhaust. Sounds amazing. I don't know that one, Lita. Oh, wait. Yeah, I do. I thought I had that 4-tip exhaust on a 1600 about 10 years ago. I can't remember now. And it did actually sound good. I need a 1.5 inch for the big valve heads. And I mean, my car's not going to go out there and beat a Hellcat. It's just where I live, there's a lot of hills. So the 1904 should cruise up and down the hills without me downshifting clear down in the first gear just to get up a hill, So I like where I live, but there's a lot of hills here. I get frustrated with that technically, but I think a 1904 with the carburation and everything I'm doing, and the cam and blah blah blah, it should be about 110 to 120 horse, which is plenty in a car that's like 1,700 pounds. I gave away a Blob Punk from 660 decades ago. Ooh, yeah, Heidi. Yeah, I wouldn't have gave that away. Although I say that, and I'm always giving people stuff. When they're in my garage, I have so much stuff. I'm like, okay, do you want this? Because you feel bad. I try to be nice and help people. 1641. Okay, yeah, that 4-tip would go good on there. I think mine was a 1600 that I ran my 4-tip on. And then I actually did the dual glass packs. Now, that was a 1600 too on my other one. And they sounded good, but it was too noisy all the time. I can agree to your hills. Yeah, Bob, there was a few people that showed up at the meet from out of state, and they're like, man, you got a lot of hills here. And you never think about it when you're here for 60 years. You don't know any different. But then when I'm watching a movie or somebody on YouTube and they're going, okay, let's go for a ride. And then I get like jealous. I'm like, wow, it's just straight flat roads. Oh, I couldn't imagine having that. You'd have a 60 horsepower Beetle that felt good all the time then, Yes, in a Beetle, I know part of the experience of driving the Beetle is the Beetle noises. Oh, yeah, they're so mechanical and sound like a sewing machine, and there's nothing like the older cars. I still feel bad I got rid of Heather's Nova. I shouldn't have did that. Hers was the inline 6, the 250. It was a great motor. It really was. I wanted to go through Clifford Performance and play around with it, but I really like the inline 6. Small block Chevy's my favorite motor by Chevy, but the inline 6 was pretty cool. It was a nice torquey car. Definitely hills in PA. Oh, yeah, Kevin, no doubt about that. We have our share of the hills. I took a chance, $25 for FM radio, so to be able 15 shipping, untested, but it looked good, was lucky. It works great. Neil, that's unique because most of the time when they say untested, you're getting a radio that's not working. So, Neil, I'm glad that worked for you. I really, really mean that too. Darren, I'm just going to say, don't let people tell you need to go huge. About 600 watt for a Beetle is super great, loud system, and one Bob video, and hook up battery and speakers a lot from a bunch of those big eBay sellers. They normally look at all that stuff like dollar signs and admitting something worse can wind up a refund. Oh yeah, you're right, Mike. There's no doubt about that. I wasn't expecting all the hills. Yeah, yeah. A lot of you folks showed up from out of state for the meet and was like, "Man, is there a lot of hills here?" Carcraft has been the best deal on Sidewinders. Oh, thank you, Nate. I'll actually take a look at that. I've been on their website before, but I didn't think to look at exhaust systems yet because I would like to. I mean, the motor's done. I got to mess with the tins and repaint them. We won't get into that, but the only thing I need for my motor is some jets for the cadrons and the exhaust. I just put a chrome moly flywheel and gland nut on. Yeah, I think that's it. I gotta mess with the one fitting for the full flow system because my tin's hitting it. So I'm gonna have to get like an elbow or something or modify the tin, So what am I doing here? Boom, boom, boom. I bumped it and it just threw me back like from 30 minutes ago. Give me a second. I'm trying to catch up. Boom, boom, boom. Uncle Bond, thank you. I didn't see you sneak in the back door. Thank you for the donation, brother. Thank you very, very much. We're talking about small block Chevy and Uncle Bond stops in. I love that guy. Is he cool? I just know nothing about sound systems. There ain't much to the sound systems, really. I make it harder than it is when it comes to all the Bluetooth and everything. Got my Slades sputter. Looks great. Thank you, Fernanda. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. I appreciate that very much. That comes from an outside vendor, the apparel. But I torture tested them first before I even used the company because I didn't want nobody getting stuff and go, this stuff's crap. I've gotten back into collecting and modding die-cast garbage trucks. I just modded 3520 Peterbilts into automated side loads. Oh, that's really cool. I have a model. Where's it at? Yeah, it is up there. I got a 68 Beetle model. I was going to build it to be like my 68 that I'm doing is what I would really like to do with it. I haven't built a model in years. Good old 250 straight six. That's what's in the 67 C10. Oh, Nate, I like them. I really do. Only problem I ran into, and this won't surprise you, is my carburetor was getting tired. And I might have been a throttle shaft leak. I can't remember now. And my intake, I had to keep tightening the intake up. Because I think like in 75, I could be wrong, like Nova went to the integrated intake already molded to the head. And I think you have problems with those ones. But that straight six was a beast. It just ran really, really well. It was a great motor. There's not a whole lot of volume in a Beetle, so you don't need to go super huge. You'll end up killing your ears and maybe even popping out a window. I ran 600 watt, 2 cells in a Chevy wagon. Well, a Chevy wagon, boy, them wagons went up in money now. Oh, who'd ever thought that at all? And let me see. Are you using AN fittings in the oil system? No, I don't believe I am yet, though. He had put the barbed fittings on, Kelso, that did the building. And he did tell me, he says, the one, you're going to have to modify your tin to get the hose on or put an elbow, to move it down a little bit. I'll probably modify my tin. It'll be a little bit easier to do, But the A&N fittings are probably a good idea, though, now that you said that. And Darren said, loving the El Caminos. Yeah, I seen those 2 older ones that he put up. What was the chances of seeing 2 of those? Uncle Bon always puts up good videos. I enjoy watching him. Gets What up, Mr. Big Power? And One Bob Video, welcome aboard. I'm new to the VW scene. I have a 63 Beetle with 74 motor. I think it might be built up a little bit. I have no info on it. Is there a good way to tell what size pistons are without taking the heads off? I never had to really do that, to be honest with you. So, I mean, and you know, oddly enough, I remember somebody telling something about how to tell the size of the pistons, and I can't remember, Bob. I really can't. It'll come to me when I sign off from the chat. But somebody had to go through that before, where they had to see what size pistons were in it, and I can't remember what they did now, in all honesty. Vienna C10 is Vienna. How'd you get a sound of macho? Probably split headers. And I'm just catching up real quick. I know your Hills, I found out we shop at the same Sam's Club. Maybe we do, Bob. I'm not sure. I go to the one in Greensburg. Good night, everyone. Tired. Hey, Adam, have a great week, brother. Have a very, very nice week, brother. Shoot me a text this week. I'll watch out for it. Grew up, no one wanted the station wagon. Now they call them long roofs. They're super cool. Oh, it's amazing. I mean, people made fun of the wagons. My buddy Tom would use his parents' station wagon once in a while when we were 16, and we'd go goof off, take a ride. And I used to think, God, I hate being in this car. Somebody's going to see me. Now them cars are worth a ton of money. I can't even believe that. Okay, good night, Adam. We'll do Slade. Let me see. Where are the 80s GMA body wagons? Probably not super desirable to some people, but I like them. Oh yeah, I agree, Ken. I see a lot of hey William, how you doing, brother? I see a lot of the wagons from the 50s clear up through the early 80s, and I just can't believe what people ask for them. And I guess they're getting it, though. You know what I mean? I saw you the other day and didn't want to be that weird guy that introduces himself to the VW YouTube guy. Bob, you should have come over and said hi to me. I'm easy to get along with. I was just in Sam's like 2 days ago, maybe then, or something. Could have been yesterday. My brain. Bob, if you see me when you're out, say hello. Please do. I mean, don't come up and like grab the back of my shirt. Yeah, you should have said hello. You really should have. What the heck? Tabitha, come here. That kind of freaked me out a little. I know we don't got mice or anything, and I felt something on my foot, and it's the cat. But yeah, Bob, just come over and say hi when you see me. You're not far, so you have to come over and see the garage. I mean, I guess you're not far. If you're shopping at Sam's, you know. That Walmart out there is getting a little busy, the Greensburg one, because I'm down in Irwin. There's actually some creepy people sitting in the parking lot at night when I come out of there. It's a little inline. I will stay that way. Yep, that one's getting a turbo too. I know it's you, Nate. It's got a header, 4-barrel intake. It had 394 barrel, but put 352 barrel until it gets injected. And you know, when I went to that Clifford Performance, you know, going to the inline, I don't know the quality. I mean, I guess Clifford's been around a while, right? I'm not sure. But then I watched some guy. It's on YouTube, and I don't know how old it is, maybe 5, 6, 7 years old. Some guy in there got like a 69 Camaro with the 250, and I believe he had a turbo on it. But then somehow I think he was testing a Holly Sniper. So I found it interesting, and the car ran very nice. I was really, I was happy with just watching it. Doing great. Just dropped by for a few to say hi. That's good. I'm glad to hear that. Yeah, my screen just jumped again. Oh, I hate when that happens. Let me scroll back now. Come on. There we go. Okay, all right, keep it. Hey, good night, Jamie. I'm just trying to catch up now. One of my dream rides, and hope Jamie has a good week. One of my dream rides is the Oldsmobile Vista Cruiser, like on that old 70s show. Oh, the one that Red drove. I forgot. I don't think you even find one of them now. Although I say that, and then, that was actually a cool car. My dad was an Oldsmobile man. Not to get into the Christmas story, but he was. He loved his small block Chevys, but he loved his Oldsmobile. It'd be nice to have a local guy to pick his brain. Yes, we avoid the Greensburg Walmart. We hit Latrobe. Bob, you know what? That's what we do. We go out to the Latrobe one, like, I don't know, maybe every other week or something. Our Irwin one, I don't know if you've been to it. It's kind of small. It's a nice Walmart, but it's little. So when we want to get more things that we need, then we hit the Greensburg one. But it's getting a little weird in there, if you know what I mean. So I kind of avoid it if possible, but the Latrobe one's really laid back. I don't need to tell you that, though. I mean, it is. That's a laid back Walmart out there. I wanted to move out that direction, to be honest with you, out near the outskirts of Latrobe or the outskirts of Ligonier is where I was starting to look. Edwin, how are you? Pull plug, fill cylinder with oil. Center, suck it all out. Measure reference headers, chamber volume, subtract that, multiply by 4 for a rough edge. The displacement should be close. Thank you, Mike. I couldn't remember how to do that. I never had to do that myself, so thank you for posting that for him. People were putting up how to do that on a Samba, but it's been so while, I couldn't remember actually what you do. On the Vista Cruiser is a badass. It is. And the Vista Cruiser probably had that Rocket 350 in it. For the most part. Nice ride popularity. Earl TVW, how are you? And Bob Video agree. Yeah, I mean, we live in some nice areas here, but we're starting to get a lot from Allegheny County, which isn't far from me down the road, and coming out and causing stupidity, that I don't really care. Not a whole lot bothers me, but I'm just seeing a lot of crime go up now. I'll see, she wants on my lap. I'm sorry. I see a lot of people in these vans with out-of-state plates, and there'll be like 5 or 6 of them just sitting in the parking lot in the dark looking around. I'm like, come on, really? I mean, but it is what it is. It's a little bit weird now. But the Latrobe area out there, I kind of like it. I think it's more laid back. I took Heather, my wife, to Ligonier not too long ago to walk around downtown, and the taxes weren't so high there. That is really nice out there. It's like you just get away from everything when you go out there and Lynn Run, But yeah, so I'm going to go ahead and do the carburetor video this week, and I'm going to try to squeeze in the headliner video. If not, that'll be the following week, because I got to refurbish my headliner. And I was just talking to Heather today about this. I started doing body work, which I got a little bit done, the quarter panels, the doors. And I thought, I'm doing this backwards. I'm going to do the headliner, then the dash, then the floor, do all the interior, and then just mask it all off, and then do the body work in the outside and paint. So I'm not doing the inside of my trunk because it's going to have carpeting in it. Mine's not going to be scored, and people rip my carpet out and go, you didn't paint your trunk inside to match the body. It's not going to be off far from my paint versus the original. But I'm not doing that because mine will be covered. And mine's going to be a daily driver, so I'm surprised she's sitting here so good. But I know somebody made a comment on one of my videos recently with a brand new nickname. Isn't that amazing? You don't know what you're doing and blah, blah, blah. Brand new YouTube account. And that's something really nasty. Like, people don't do that to you in person. They only disguise themselves online. It's ridiculous. I just ordered Maureen's Christmas present, a flowing water bowl. Hey, you know what, Dylan? That's what Heather bought for her. It's some type of charcoal filter water bowl something, and it's probably cleaner than the water I'm drinking, but that isn't a bad thing. It's hard enough to keep water in cats. This rag doll, though, I mean, she's a baby. She's only 5 months old, but I didn't know these rag dolls ate like pigs. I mean, she's going over to my Rottweiler's bowl and eating her food. I'm like, ugh, but I don't think it'll hurt her, that I'm aware of. We were going to put the star on the tree. All right, Ken. We have oh yeah, Heather did the topper. Okay. Yeah, we're gonna do the left when I came back. There's a cat. We just ran out and got her. I Heather bought a new tree this year because we were always getting a real tree, and we didn't realize with cats that I guess a real tree poisonous and all that. I don't really know, but she went to Lowe's and bought a. Well, we live in a cottage style home, so she bought a Christmas cottage tree. Blah blah. I'm not sure what it's called, but it is actually nice. I just didn't like the cost of it, But hey, Nate, good night, brother. Thank you so much for stopping in. I appreciate you taking out time. I really do. And God bless you and your family. It's easy to see when there's good folks. There's no doubt about that. Let me see. I'm from the tri-state area, Ohio, PA, and being moved there about 7 years ago. Next time I see you, I'll introduce myself. Please do, Bob. If you're on the Bob, I don't know if you're on Facebook. If you are, just come to Slades VW Community, the Facebook group, join it, and then add me as a friend so we can communicate, And I mean, honestly, if it was up to me in PA, though, I would probably move up there like Ty Nest up that way. But I'm tired. I want to move so bad, but then at the end of the day, I'm like, we're just almost about finished with this house, so to speak. I don't know if I can start over again. And then a long story short, and I'll shut up about it. A lot of the houses I was seeing on Realtor, most of them were saying as is. That gave me a really weird feeling. I never caught that with homes for sale before. I wanted to do a black tree so badly. Dylan, that's funny you brought that up. I stopped at my daughter's to visit her last night, my younger daughter, and she has a black Christmas tree. I don't know where she bought it. Oddly enough, it looked nice, though. The way she decorated it, beautiful. But you folks are younger, so I mean, I guess she thought, wow, this is really cool. But at her place, I'm so proud of her. Her and her fiance have a really nice place. And either the ragdoll is getting bigger or Slade is getting smaller. No, actually, my stomach's grown. Has something to do with his eating, But and I think I brought this up last week. When I quit smoking or using tobacco, all of a sudden I started gaining weight. So I guess that's how that works, exchange one habit for the other. Food's kind of fun though, but she is getting bigger though. We got her, she was a little under 4 months, but Heather did so much research. I didn't know much about ragdolls, but she's just a complete sweetheart. Gets along with Lily. She's just very, very, I would just love her to death. I really do. Hopefully she don't outlive me, but I hope she does in a way, they live forever. I appreciate all your valuable tips on your videos. Thank you, James. I appreciate that. I don't know everything, but I like to show what I do know, or at least what I think I know. Thanks for all the videos you posted. Helped me out a lot. First time roadside through bit. I've learned quite a bit. Manuel, thank you. Thank you very much. I like doing them. Sometimes I get a little confused each week because they say content creator. I'm not a content creator. I got a camera and I go in my garage, but I actually like doing it because when I see comments where I really needed this video, she wants down, and it really helped me, that right there, that makes me happy. I tell Heather that all the time. When a video works out and helps somebody out, oh, that makes me feel good. Trust me, that's how it works. Oh yeah, Bob, I want to be 20 again, but I guess everybody does. We got Maureen when she was 8 weeks old. I wished I could have gotten her a little younger, but something about the rag dolls mature slowly. Kind of like me when I was young, but she didn't let her go until she was 3.5 months or something like that. I can't remember now. Heather does, and she's been a great cat. Besides the digging a little, it's like, ugh, I knew that was going to happen. But Heather put some type of nail caps on her or something like that. Quit drinking and you lose weight. The thing is, I gave up tobacco, which was fine. I don't drink. Every once in a while, I have, a small drink, but nothing to brag about at all. it's late at night. That's when I start boom, 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 but I really have a hard time late at night. I don't know why. Probably because then I'm just sitting there, the TV's on that I'm half paying attention to, and Heather goes to bed, and then I'm in the kitchen opening the fridge up. So I'm guessing Slade is a nickname since I am fairly new. I don't know the backstory. Yeah, it is a nickname that was slapped on me a while ago. It it's like I think it was a nickname for so long that even when I order a pizza or go get my hair cut, they're like, name. I'm like, Slade. It's just easier. It's sometimes you almost start to forget who you are. But even my work shirt has Slade on it. And welcome back, Ken. And when I'm out, that's mostly what I wear. It's a clean, nice one, But yeah, that is a nickname. Heather has nicknames for me. I can't say them on the channel, but I quit taking things from the house now because I got caught too much. Something funny happened for some of you that've been around for a while, like Bob Putty, Darren Wall, and all them. There was an incident where a couple years ago, and I left it in the film. I leave it in there. I was doing the ultrasonic cleaner or something, and I had kind of borrowed a bath towel from the house. Now, obviously, I wasn't going to bring it back to the house because, that would have been bad to, Heather was on that film with me, and I spread it out. As soon as I took the bath towel out and spread it out on the workbench, I got sick. I knew. And I'd seen out of the corner of my eye her head tilt, and I'm like, uh-oh. And it's on one of her blooper videos. And she's like, that's where my bath towels are going. Ugh, it happens. So she got pretty mad. And then it's them things that you do with the turkeys, a gravy baster or something like that. Somebody help me. I had taken one because I needed to suck brake fluid up, and I thought, well, I'll buy her another one. She wasn't home. I couldn't ask. I didn't want to text her at work, so I just kind of stole it. And she never said nothing for the longest time, and I thought, oh crap, I better buy her a new one. Well, I didn't know she bought one from some special cooking place or whatever she said. I thought I'll just pick her one up at Walmart or something. Well, one thing led to another, and I forgot. And I caught something recently, and I could probably get it off of the security cameras and put it on YouTube, but I don't know if people think it funny. I wasn't home. And when I did get home, Heather said, hey, do you know where my gravy baster or whatever it's called is? I'm like, oh, I don't know. And I'm like, oh crap, I got sick. She never said a word. I started checking the security cameras, and I looked. There was Heather going into the garage while I wasn't home. She shuffled around a little bit, and she went, son of a, and she looked. She forgot the cameras on, come out, slammed the garage door. I probably should take that footage and put it in a short video or something. Probably be funny for some people. I had to tell that because nobody knew about it, but it was kind of somewhat funny, but I did buy her a new one now. Who nicknamed you Slade? Wow, I can't remember. Wow, Kevin, I don't know. It's been a while. I didn't name myself it. I'll have to ask Heather. I forget who did, Kevin. It's been so long. When I was young, they called me Lido for a long time, and that was my name when I was in the ring. And then I don't know where Slade came from. I'll ask Heather. That's been a while, to tell you the truth. I don't know if it was one of my kids or something, or a friend. This is what happens when you get older. I'll ask Heather, though, because she got a better memory than I do. I got a 61 bug. Have you done a brake conversion from a single to a dual piston master cylinder video? No, Fernando, I didn't. The only thing that I know to do, I've done a disc brake conversion on the channel for a friend of mine that wanted it done. So I filmed it so people could see what to do. And sometimes I forget I think it was a 10 psi or 5 psi. The my brain's stopping. Residual pressure valve or something. I forget. I put that on there for going to the back. But other than that, I never switched out from a single to dual piston or anything because I never had to do that yet. If somebody actually has one and wants to bring it here, I'll do it though. So I have something to put on there on for a video. Folks were losing weight. You can't look like $1,000,000 eating off a dollar menu. Oh, Roger, that is true, is it not? I mean, sadly, it's cheaper to eat crappy. It shouldn't be that way because Heather's been buying me like a lot of salad stuff and artichoke and different things. And I don't mind, but wow, it is not cheap. Every taker baster ends up in the garage. Thank you, Corey. I could have died when I looked at the security cams and I'm like, uh-oh. She was snooping around the garage to see if she could find any of her stuff. No trust. Although she did find stuff that I had. When I got done chasing loose seals, my hands were covered in grease and oil, and my mom just bought like dish towels, and I started washing them, drying my hands. My mom just glared at me. Oh, I'll bet. Oh, I will bet. We have hand towels here, but we're not allowed to use them. The ones that hang from the stove, some in the bathroom. There's like hidden towels that you could dry your hands on. And I don't blame Heather. She bought really nice ones from Macy's or Kohl's or one of them places. And she's like, look how nice these look. I'm like, I know, they do look great. She goes, now don't use them. So we have hand towels you can't use, you know. Another mechanic. I couldn't remember, Heth. I really, really couldn't, in all honesty, because it's been a while, truthfully. I should release the footage of the security camp from the garage in Monroeville. Oh, okay. Yeah. Okay. Well, see, that's been a while, sweetie. Thank you for bringing that up. At least she didn't. No, I go up there all the time. I just forgot that time to delete the footage. I usually remember to delete, and I forgot to turn the cams off. Oh God, I won't put that online. Good evening, Mad Moose. How are you, brother? I had a repeat yesterday. Brother Slade got a lot of nice German parts. January rolling pin, a couple more things. That's awesome, Moose. That is awesome, brother. Those big Harbor Freight fluid syringes work great for basting turkeys. Yeah, basters are like nice. Third commercial so far. Yeah, Bob, I set it as far apart as I could, and that would make sense at 10:30 because it was like, do you want one every 10 minutes, 15 minutes, 18 minutes, 20? 30 was the farthest that I could set them, and then I enabled it so you could skip an ad, is what it is. But it does help out though, for the channel. Hey, Josh, how are you? How you doing, brother? I like the picture of you and your son. That was awesome. Out in having fun outside in the cold. And then Heather said, yeah. I didn't know you were turning the cams off and going in the garage. I just happened to look and I'm like, what's this footage with the garage? Like, what the heck? And it was you going in the garage, seeing if I had your stuff. You're slick. You should have did the Mission Impossible thing where you came down from the roof. You never even looked at the cameras either. You just strolled in and out. I should take that footage and actually put it on YouTube when your wife don't trust you. Chevy man, how are you? Just bought a new, 1600 hats from J Bugs. Holes that were too small for the required plugs. Any thoughts? Why, I never ran into that before, Chevy man. I would call J Bugs, in all honesty. I never had that happen at all. I don't buy from J Bugs though, so I mean, but I don't know, brother. I never ran into that before at all. I would actually give them a buzz, to be honest with you. And I'm sure that, I'm sure it was weird. I'm sure they will go good on it, for you. But I have never ran into that before, in all honesty. I'm alive and kicking. He had a blast. Oh, I'll bet he did. He's so adorable. I love seeing family photos, because my kids are adults, moved out, and I wished I could have them little again. And that's for sure. I forgot because you weren't gone that long. Well, you got your baster, but then you threw it in the video because you knew I already used it. Good evening, everyone. Have a good week. God bless, Roger. I hope you have a great week. Thank you for stopping in. I really, really appreciate it very much. Great, folks. I gotta say, I think we have the best folks in the community. I really do. It's actually become a large family. Friday nights, now that I'm looking, there's 43 people still here, but there's 59 likes. So technically, there was around 60 people in here. I did notice Friday nights, which I completely understand, we'll hit 70, 80 people, and I think the live chats are a big bonus because not only do we talk about cars, we talk about everything, life. Pretty much nothing's off limits. I just don't bring up politics because somebody will get bent. And I'm so tired of politics anyhow. It's unbelievable. But, this has turned into something that I never imagined it would. I was actually shocked that how this community's come together on this channel. Just popping in, thought I'd say hello. Love talking to you, and always look forward to our conversation. Talk to you soon, brother. Oh, I enjoy it too, Josh. Always message me. Sometimes I get a little busy, and I'm sure you understand that, but that's because the holidays coming. But thanks for being a friend. I appreciate that, Josh. If the plugs are too long, you can get shorter plugs. Scott, I took it as, let me scroll back. He said the holes were too small. So I shouldn't assume, which is really bad. You know what that means. I thought he meant diameter, but maybe he did mean the length. You know what I mean? We'll see what he says. Yeah, politics are boring. I get frustrated because I think everybody that follows any type of political thing wants it to go their way. And I get it, All I want is I want our country to be normal, if that's such a word anymore. I'm not really sure about that very much. Heather and I were going to open up a channel together on her current channel, Heather's Haven. And we were going to do conspiracy stuff, non-political though. Diameter, okay. All right. Give him a call, brother, about that. I thought you meant diameter. Who knows why I even thought that you meant that. Here comes Lily. There she is. But I wasn't sure. So I would give them a call in all honesty, because that's kind of odd. I've never ran into that unless there's just something I don't know about the head you bought that they anticipated that you use a different plug for some reason, But yeah, Heather and I were kind of still discussing on, hey, don't do that, please. I'm trying to take my Santa. I don't know if it'll be a good idea or not. We're going back and forth about it now. I thought it would be something fun to do, and it's looking like I'm sorry, Lily's getting into my stuff. It's people don't know how to take things. So, and I don't want to put a hurting on this community channel, because somebody gets out of their safe space and gets all bent or something, So we may just leave Heather's channel with it the way it is, then she can do her thing, possibly. No, the numbers were the same on the box, and holes were clearly smaller on the head. It was the weirdest thing ever. It's the weirdest thing ever that I'm reading this, because I have never in over 45 years. Sorry, I was making sure Lily didn't take anything of mine. I've never ran into that. I legitimately have never run into that, unless I'm just, are they Chevy Man? Are they like, I like Chevy Man because I love small block Chevy. Are they a high performance head or something that would take a different size, or are they just stock heads? It's hard to do conspiracy stuff without touching the politics that's usually behind it. Mike, you are right about that. I agree, because, there's I wasn't going to get political. Like Heather said, I want to do stuff about aliens and Sasquatch, but she had better stuff than that. Even she was just rattling stuff off that was really good. But if you go a little deep with the subject, you're right, Mike. Then guess where it goes. So, and even Heather said, with working and everything, I don't even know if I have the mental capacity to even, you know, do all this. So we may do it, we may not. We'll see what goes on with that. Just stockheads. Okay. Yeah, what Mike said. That's why I was asking if in fact they were high performance. So yeah, you know what? I would give them a call. Uh, did you check the valves, Chevy Man, to see if they sent you the wrong heads by accident? Maybe like maybe they sent you some, I doubt it, but maybe they sent you big valve heads, because what Mike said is right, you know. Uh, I would actually see if they sent you the wrong heads by accident that were like meant for big valve or something. It's very possible. And then you're going to have more horsepower. No conspiracy if it's all true. Yeah, I've seen a lot of stuff come true that I was actually quite shocked about, you know. Uh, we wanted to do a channel together. Heather hasn't been on as many videos with me lately, just because of what I'm doing in the garage. I try not to expose her to paint and stuff like that. It just is yeah, 12 millimeter. Right, right, right. Absolutely, Scott. I think that's the plugs in my big valve heads. Is 12 millimeter. I'm almost positive. That's why I thought he had big valve heads. But not standard Bosch, right? But I like when Heather's in videos for me because it's a lot more fun. And then of course, you know, then she sees, you know, kind of what's involved, although she knows it because of her channel, of me moving the camera every 5 minutes back and forth and focusing and getting the film. It's a lot of work. And with Heather in them, it's more fun. Uh, but with me spraying and doing stuff, I try to keep her out of those. I don't like her inhaling a lot of different elements, you know, and the stupidity that I do. I'm going to try, I'm rebuilding that carburetor in tomorrow's video with the ultrasonic super duper brand new deluxe ultrasonic cleaner they come out with. And I got to look something up tonight when I'm done. Uh, I know with Chem Dip, there's 3 different Chem Dips, and I forget the part number now. I got to see which one I have. But one of them, you should not heat up the certain Berryman's Chem Dip, because then you'll die and your head will fall off and all that. But I do, I think, have the one that I can heat up to 100 degrees only. So I'm pretty weird about that. That's why I don't allow Heather in the garage with that stuff. But I've seen guys using Pine Sol. Now, Pine Sol's wicked. You could probably soak a carburetor in Pine Sol and it would come clean. But I seen a guy, excuse me, use Pine Sol in his ultrasonic cleaner, and it was on YouTube. I don't know who it was. And good night, Darren. Thanks for being here, brother. I hope you have a great week. And I'll see you on our little private chat there, buddy. And tell Oliver I said hello, please. This guy used Pine Sol in a video, and he's like, wow, look. And this carburetor looked amazing. And I'm looking, and I'm like, Pine Sol? In the video, the guy's like, wow, this chemical smells funny. I feel a little lightheaded. I don't think you're supposed to heat Pine Sol up that high. He had it up to like 140, 150 degrees. So I'm going to do some research before tomorrow. Now, the video won't be out till like Thursday or Friday anyhow, because I got to edit it and everything. And thank you, Chevy Man. I've done a lot of ultrasonic videos with carburetor rebuilds. And I always used, I think I used Chem Dip the one time. And another time I cut Simple Green, maybe 50-50, I can't remember, and it come out great. But this Pine Sol thing, I got to look up, because I'm doing this carburetor for one of our club members, and to all a good night. Good night, April. Have a great week, my friend. I want to try the Pine Sol so bad because I heard how great it is, but then I started reading online that You got to watch with Pine Sol. If you heat it up too much, you're going to hit the floor. And it's uncomfortable for me to pass out on video and something bad happen and my ears lower or something strange. But I'm going to try to use something different if possible, because I wanted to take out and do a video, maybe as an extra video, not a DIY, of like, I don't know, Pine Sol, Simple Green, Extreme Aircraft Simple Green. There was another that was on my mind. Chem Dip, Tide, believe it or not. The only problem is it would end up being like a 2-hour video, and I don't know if people are going to watch it. But I wanted to see, like, how well does this one work? How well does that one work? And the reason I'm saying that is I have like a bunch of Solex carburetors. I have like 5 of them, and they're gross. You can't even move the throttle. It would take me 3 days, 4 days just to make the video because of soaking time and all that. So I want to see. I might do that as an extra video, but it might be a bad watch time video. I know some of you folks probably do sit and let my videos just run on your TV or whatever and actually watch them. But I look at my analytics, and when the videos are too long, I can tell people scroll fast forward a lot when they're not a DIY that they need to follow. So if I don't do that video, that's why. But I wanted to do a video going, how does this work? How does that work? So people know what to buy. And I have most of the product on hand. I use purple stuff, acid-based. That stuff is very potent. Make sure you wear gloves because stuff is very acidic. Oh, yeah, absolutely, Dylan. Does Purple Power work? Mike, I've used Purple Power, not in an ultrasonic cleaner yet, sir, but I have used it on certain things, and it's okay. I don't ever really get overly excited, but you know what really works? This is going to sound crazy. Is the dollar store, that Totally Awesome? That stuff is crazy. And I swear it says it's not acidic. I don't know about that because I used that recently in a video on something and I can't remember. And I had to put a respirator on after I moved away from the camera. And I said, please wear a respirator. I'm filming and I can't because so I have to take it off. I sprayed the crap out of something with that Totally Awesome. It felt like somebody sprayed my throat with acid. That stuff, and it's at the dollar store. That stuff really cleans. But sorry, I got carried away there. Maybe divide them into little videos and drag them on a certain day during this week. You know what, Uncle Bon? When I say Uncle Bon, that's popularity contest. I think what it is, and I take a lot of your advice with filming, more than what you think I do. You're very, very helpful. I know when I get past a certain point and I look at my analytics, then I see that people have fast forwarded. It's like, and then they'll put in the comments, well, how did you do this? I'm thinking, it was in the video. What do you mean, how do I do it? Because they have like ADHD and they fast forward through the film and then it hurts my algorithm. But you know that stuff already. It's frustrating sometimes. Jorg, Slade is going to enroach on Project Farm's product testing gig. I have not, people brought him up a couple of times, and it isn't just, I don't watch nobody else, because I really do. But sometimes it's hard for me to watch all the channels. It's very, very difficult, But I don't want to get into testing too many products. I really don't want to do that. But since I use the ultrasonic cleaner a lot, I thought that would be a fun video to test products on, Awesome Cleaner has wrecked my hands a bunch of times. Mike, I believe it. That stuff. Now, I do wear gloves a lot. Heather buys me big boxes of these green gloves. I forget what they're called, but all of them say super thick. You can't rip them. They rip. But the ones she did buy me last time, monkey something, I forget now. Grease monkey, maybe? I don't know. They are nice, and I always keep them on. That Totally Awesome is crazy wicked as a carpet cleaning solution. Oh, I didn't know that, Scott. I sincerely, well, because I don't read nothing. The one thing I did notice, though, some guy brought up on YouTube once, he says, now don't forget with your Totally Awesome, make sure you cut it. I don't know, 3-to-1 and that. And I'm like, oops, I use it just straight. Excuse me. And that could be explained why it cleans like crazy. And then I can't handle the odor from it, you know. I agree on the Awesome stuff is really strong. It is, Bob. I got to clean my headliner before I refurb it. I'm going to dye the headliner. I bought Rust-Oleum's vinyl dye. I think it works great. I wouldn't say it's VHT great, but it's great because it's going to be in a headliner. So it ain't like my butt's on a seat moving around that'll rip the dye off. I'm going to do the headliner, but I'm going to use Black Magic. It used to be Wesley's Bleach White Wall Cleaner. I don't know if anybody remembers that, but Black Magic bought them out, and I bought a bottle, and I wiped a little bit of the headliner, and wow, it's white. But I still want to re-dye it, and I want it to look new again, you know. I know you like using the Totally Awesome. Could you try it? I mean, the Totally Awesome, I love it. I have like, anytime we go to the Dollar Tree, I think it's called, or whatever that is, Heather will buy like, well, she don't buy like cleaning products or nothing. She'll buy like weird stuff there. I can't think now. But when she goes there, she's always like, go ahead. And I grab like 3 bottles of that Totally Awesome. I noticed the bottles got smaller though. And now they're $1.25. It's not the Dollar Tree no more. But the bottles got smaller. I could tell. If I could recommend one to test, the Dawn Ultra stuff. It ate my hands up yesterday. Well, that sounds like good times. After I'm sorry, the battery out of my friend's Ford Focus. Okay, Dawn Ultra. Okay. I don't know if we have it already. If not, I'll grab some. Now, George, you're saying that. Do you mean in my ultrasonic cleaner? Or do you mean just straight up scrub and see what happens? Heather did buy some Dawn recently. We have a dishwasher, so boy, would I like to put my VW parts in that dishwasher. It even has a sanitizing agent. I would have an engine you could kiss, you know, but I'm not allowed. It's the spray under the kitchen sink. Babe, I was just going to say that. Is that the Dawn Ultra, the spray with the white trigger on it that you bought? Because if so, maybe I will try it. I won't use a ton of it, but I'm seeing if Jorg means to use it in the ultrasonic cleaner or to just scrub with it. Any ideas on cleaning aluminum wheels before polishing? Truthfully, Uncle Bon, it depends how bad they are. What I always used was the good old-fashioned Mothers. It's a can about, buy your own, please. Well, wait, you just said it's under the kitchen sink, and now you're telling me to buy my own. You see what goes on here, folks. She's not this nice person that you think. I'm just kidding. She's my baby. That Mothers, the can's about the size of, it's the aluminum polish by Mothers. I can't even get on my computer and show you. Uncle Bon, I'll send you a link later when we get off of here. I like the Mothers because it gets the deep down dirt out, and then use a polish like Flitz, Flitz, I believe. It works really good. Uncle Bon, send Johnny Jacobs a message on Facebook, our other admin. I think it's called Flitz for the polishing of aluminum on Amazon. But I like to use Mothers first to get the heavy crap off and have a lot of rags, because they're going to keep turning black really fast from it. We use really strong acid-based soap for the container washing. All this stuff extremely powerful. Very acidic. I have thought of using it in my ultrasonic, but the stuff is so acidic. Yeah, you got to watch, because you start cooking that water up, Dylan, in the ultrasonic cleaner. And I start out with really hot water to, get it started. Yeah, you do got to watch with the product. Public contests, I used these cleaning cotton ball things when I was done my Harleys. Mike, is that Neverdol? Because I use that on all my Harleys. I think when you said the cotton ball, you pull the cotton out of there. That's what I think you might be talking about because I used it on my Harleys all the time, the side covers and that. I'm joking. I have a bunch of it. Oh, okay, babe. Thanks. Because I want to try it. Let me see. He said, clean my hands. I'll follow car, human oils. I'd be curious to see how that will work. And the ultrasonic might dissolve a Solex. Oh, no, that's not my carburetor. I don't want to do that. That'd be a hell of a thing for me to go, Keith, do you have any more than 28 pick carbs that dissolved? I just bought a Powerball for the drill. Hopefully, it'll speed up the process. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah, that actually, it'll speed the process up a lot. Yes, Neverdall. Oh, I love Neverdall. Yeah, Heather's the one that bought it. When we were doing the chrome, almost said chrome removal, the rust removal on the chrome, I think that was one of the products that Heather used was Neverdall. She bought it when we were at, like, I don't really remember, Lowe's or Walmart. And I'm like, what are you doing? And she's like, I'm going to do a rust removal video for you. And then somebody come on her and said, do not ever use still wool on it. This was old chrome. And I ignored it. I don't feel like arguing with people. I get tired. But Heather used quad O still wool, 4 zeros. That stuff's like baby hair. And somebody was like, don't ever do that. Everybody's doing it all over the internet. And it actually worked really well. A lot of elbow grease with Neverdall, but it was the best thing to start before polish. Oh, yeah, Mike. I remember doing my side covers and that. And the Neverdall, I didn't know about. I was young. My buddy, because it must have been out a long time, he's like, check this out. And he was messing with his Sportster when I stopped over. And he was, with the cotton, pulling it apart. And I'm like, what is that? And then he polished it all up. Yep, on my way home, I had Neverdall that I had stopped and shoved down my shirt when I come out of the auto parts store and rode home. I wanted to try it so bad. Grado Garage, how are you? I've been using Neverdall for 30 plus years. Yeah, it does work good. As soon as he said the cotton stuff, I thought, if that ain't it, then Mike's on to something new that I don't know about then. I like Neverdall. I really do. Truthfully, the Mother's mag and aluminum polish, I think that's what it is called, Uncle Bon. I thought I had a jar. If I can't find it, I'll send you a link to it, Uncle Bon. At least give it a try. But do me a favor if you can. Show me how bad they are. Like throw me a pic to my phone or something, Uncle Bon. Because if they're not bad, you can probably polish them. Unless they're really, really bad, then you're going to have to put some butt into it. You know what I mean? I believe it's the white and red can. I think it's called mag and aluminum polish. Yeah, that's what I just said, Ken. It clicked with me, the mag and aluminum polish. And it is Mother's, and it is a white can with red on it. You don't get a very big can of it, though. It's, like the size of, I don't know. I can't think what to compare it to. But that stuff goes a long way, though. It really does. I had a can of Neverdall. It was still branded Eagle One. Wow. And it was 30 years old. Worked as good as day one. I finally had to buy a new can. I put in an old can for nostalgical sake. Hey, good night. Oh, good late evening. I say, Dale, I didn't catch what you said at first. How are you? You know what? I forgot about Eagle One. And George, that's funny because when I went into Advance Auto, I said to them just recently, I says, hey, where's your Wesley's bleach white for white walls? Because that's what I wanted to use in my headliner. And he was younger. He was probably in like his late 20s. And he just looked at me. He goes, I've never even heard of that. I'm like, you have to have it. It's Wesley's bleach white, da 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 da. And he's like, no. Walked around. Finally, I got on my phone and went to Google. I'm the one that complains about technology and I use it. Here, Black Magic bought them up. So then I walked around and found it. And the poor kid looked, he's like, that doesn't say Wesley's. I'm like, just ring me up. Because I already feel stupid. Going to bed, everybody. Got cans to wash and fix. Good night, Dylan. I hope you have a really nice week, brother. I really do. Yeah, he uses Eagle One too. I didn't know these changed to Neverdall. I forgot until George said something. I really did, in all honesty. Set of center line with star patterns, so many grooves and sections to clean, and like a headache to polish as well. Yeah, but you know what, Uncle Bon, once you get them to where you want them to be, excuse me, and you keep up on them, you'll be fine after that. But I do feel bad for you. Get one of them seats like I have with the wheels that you can roll around on, because if your back feels like mine, it's not fun when you're sitting there on the ground trying to do that, you know. It's not Wesley's anymore. Come to find out, I can't remember who bought them out, but I found that out about 8 years ago. Yeah, it's Black Magic. That's who has them now. My bottle's actually downstairs, but Black Magic, and I don't know if magic is spelt funny, even like I forget, Magic, or I could be wrong. I thought it was spelt weird for some reason, but same bottle, same everything. Just the label was slightly changed and said Black Magic White Wall Cleaner or something like that. And I was like, oh, but I don't know if maybe Wesley's don't exist now. I'm not sure, because I can't remember what other products I would have bought from. I used to be a big deal for me. I always bought Mother's California Gold wax, paste wax when I was young. Now I find myself leaning towards McGuire's. And my daughter did buy me last year for Christmas Chemical Guys, like a lot of stuff like leather cleaner and ceramic wax and blah, blah, blah. And I will say that Chemical Guys, their wax, their polisher compound, I couldn't believe what she spent after I seen it. I felt horrible, but that Chemical Guys works pretty nice. I see Walmart sells it surprisingly, but not to put them down, but I didn't expect them to carry that. But the Chemical Guys is really good. I'm not saying it's the best on the market, but it's definitely, it's up there. I'm going to have to do something I dread doing. I detailed cars when I was young, but as Heather can back me on this, it's been a long time since I buffed and cut and all that. And I'm going to be testing a fender out probably within the next 2 or 3 weeks. And she was tapping my leg. And I'm going to go ahead and cut and buff, color sand and buff. What are you doing? And I hope I don't burn the fender. There was not one flat spot on a Beetle. So I'll hit it with 1500 and fine cut and see what it does. But I mean, the Spray Max 2K Clear has Black Magic Bleach White. Yes, it used to be Wesley's Bleach White. So yeah, Jorg, I don't know if you paid attention. Don't the bottle look exactly the same though? I mean, if I didn't focus real well, it looked like the whole character of it was the same. But the Spray Max 2K Clear that I bought has the catalyst in it / hardener. It's the same as coming out of the gun, just a different delivery method. And the only poopy part is I've got to cut and buff, and I'm like, ugh, this fender's like, hey. Excuse me. All right. My cat got crazy under my desk, and I didn't want her to pop the plug to everything. So hopefully I don't burn the paint, but I'll do the best I can. Vever sent me a buffer, so I'll be trying that out, and I'm sure the buffer will work fine. I just hope I don't burn the paint. Me and Uncle Bon talked about that on the phone 3-4 phone calls ago, popularity contest. But I'll get it once I get the paint on the car. Have a great week, Kevin. We'll be signing out of here soon anyhow, brother. I hope you and April have a very blessed week. I really do. But yeah, I'm going to do that soon. Uncle Bon, with your car, did you grind the rest of that quarter section down that you were doing? Oh, this pop's gross. It's flat. Shouldn't be drinking pop. Because I see you were saying about Bondo. Yeah, you know what, Dale? They gave me foam pads with it. There's like yellow, green, black, white. So I guess, some are like some are harsh or easy or something. I got to see what they say. But hey, Kevin, how are you? You were ripping a lot of that Bondo off, Uncle Bon. If I know that you have to get some of the dents pulled and everything, what I just used recently, because I ran out of Rage and then I couldn't find it. I did use Metal Bondo where I had to, but you're not going to have to do that. You're not having the issues that I was. Try Evercoat lightweight body filler if you need to use filler somewhere. Wow, is that stuff nice? It like spread so easy compared to Bondo. I didn't have all the little air pockets in it. The sanding of it sanded so easy. It was ridiculous. And I like to complain about bodywork because I hate it. Even feathering it, everything just sanded so easy. It was amazing. Evercoat makes it. If you can find Rage Gold, I like it better. It's a lightweight filler. And because when you use Bondo, if you do have to, it's kind of like Bondo's like kind of working with concrete when you're sanding it, and then you get air bubbles in it that don't want to feather out fine, you know. So if you can get Rage Gold, and if not, then get Evercoat lightweight body filler. I've been trying to test different stuff. Like I said, my car is not going to be a show quality car. It's going to be a driver. Heather's will be a little more show quality than mine. She likes the paint that's on hers, which I'm kind of thankful for because I want to get on to doing a Porsche kit car really bad. But I'm going to do the rag top on hers, and she likes the blue that's on there. I don't know what blue it is. It's not factory. But with hers, with the interior and everything, hers will be pretty nice, you know, when it's done. I think she'll like it a lot. But everything's so expensive now that I kind of got to go a little bit at a time when I'm doing that stuff. I was trying to get Evercoat and Rage. It's hard to order, back orders galore. Oh, I didn't know that, Uncle Bon. Did you, was Evercoat lightweight body filler on back order on Amazon? Because that's where I got mine, brother. Or those Mr. Clean Magic Erasers safe to use on Chrome? I don't know. I've never tried it on Chrome. Heather uses them Mr. Clean erasers on stuff, but on Chrome, I don't know. I mean, I would think it is because I've seen Heather use them on delicate type of stuff in the kitchen. So I don't know with Chrome. I don't think it would hurt it though. Sorry, niece had issues with her laptop. Oh, that's always fun, Keith. I hate computer issues. I don't like dealing with them anymore. I think it was Amazon. Oh, that's where I got mine. Well, that stinks because I'm going to need more soon. Uncle Bon, if you have a Napa near you, because I don't know if Napa is out west, call Napa if you have one and ask them if they got Rage Gold. And if they don't, you can get the regular Rage. It's a lightweight body filler also. But the one near me don't have it no more. I don't know what happened with that because it's a really good body filler. I used to watch a lot of motorcycle shows when I was younger, not this stupid reality stuff like The Real Deal. And they were coating the gas tanks with something. And I'm like, what the heck? And I emailed them and they actually answered me and they were using Rage Gold. Because I noticed this stuff was sanding way too easy for them and feathering right out. And I'm like, wow. Eastwood Automotive usually carries those fillers. Thank you, Dave. I never dealt with Eastwood. And I hear they carry a lot of great products. A lot of great products. I'm glad you chimed in and said something. Wait, let me see. I didn't want to miss anything anybody said. Sorry, these think it was Amazon. Adding resin to thin out the Bondo helps adjust how workable it is. Mike, I literally seen some guy do that on YouTube. Like, it may have been an old video, though I don't know. Because it was something like in the title, it wasn't clickbait. Normally it's clickbait. And it said something about how to make Bondo, using Bondo the right way or something. And they used that resin, and I'm like, I never thought of that before. And I didn't try it yet, though. But thank you for saying that. I did see a video like that. There's a bunch of good vids on modifying the Bondo. Yeah, exactly. Her M2 NVMe drive was faulty and had replaced it with a larger drive. Moved her data to D files she needed for work. You're better than me, Keith, with the computer stuff. I know how to lightly do stuff. I know since I switched over my laptop to an SSD hard drive. Wow. What a difference in speed. It don't lag or do anything crazy. Check my battery because I have mine unplugged. Uh, what a difference with the SSD. I got a gallon of Apple lightweight from Matt's El Camino. Well, if you have lightweight filler, you'd be all right. I mean, I just never knew much about seeing what Lily was doing. The lightweight fillers, I never really messed with them. I was always using Bondo when I needed to, and Bondo is just such a nightmare. And I'm not putting it down, but if you use it just with the hardener that comes with it, like Mike said, there's different ways of doing it. It's like sanding concrete sometimes, unless I'm just getting older and aggravated, you know. They are great. You can call them. They have great customer service. Yeah, you know what, Dave? I watched some of their videos, Eastwood, because instead of fluid film, they have, I forget, and it comes with a nozzle. I wanted to shoot it inside of my heater channels and pull it back while spraying. It's Eastwood's version of the fluid film. You probably know what I'm talking about. I can't think of the name of it. O'Reilly should have Rage Gold. Oh, I didn't know that. I always was getting it at Napa. You know what I did, Dell, is I literally punched in Rage Gold on Google and let it rip. And everywhere I went was unavailable, unavailable, unavailable. So I don't know what happened. I haven't looked again recently, so I don't know if it was a COVID thing that held over for a while, but I thought Rage was a little better than Evercoat. Could be a placebo with me. I'm not sure, you know. My friend growing up, his dad was a body guy and he would repair using lead. Oh, what a forgotten art. Keith, I watched some guy do that not long ago. It upset me, though. He wasn't wearing a respirator. I don't think lead being heated up was really good for him to be doing, but he had the wooden paddles. I know you know what I'm talking about. And he was doing the A pillar. I thought it was on a Chevelle. I can't remember. And he was using the lead. And I was like, wow, I have not seen that in 40 years. I mean, that's the way to do it. I mean, I'm not artistic that way to make the lead come out like that. That, man, was that cool. Is old school. You had to file that stuff down. Yeah. He'd work on it for days. I remember my dad using lead. Yeah, my dad never used lead. We're going back to the late 70s. He was a Bondo guy and Tagger hair, you know, and he always did a really nice job with it, you know. But I used Tagger hair, and all I did was swear forever. I think I swore when I wasn't using it after that. I think it taught me to swear, but it was just stuff I was working with when I was young. You know, a car to get it on the road, get through inspection. But once I found Rage, the lightweight filler, I'm like, ooh, okay, now I'm spoiled. I'm definitely spoiled. I have to figure out doing my front apron, but we won't get into that right now. I'm frustrated. But the lead, I've only seen one guy on YouTube using it, and it was by accident. It just come up on recommended. And I haven't even got to watch people's films over the last 2-3 months as much as I want to because I've been so busy. I need to take out like a weekend literally and just start binge watching like Dave and all the channels I watch. I try to do it as much as I can, but it's been so hectic for me. But lead, that's the way to do it. I mean, I couldn't do it. There's no way. I'll admit I couldn't because I don't believe I would have the patience for it. You know, just like Keith said, he would work on it for days. Yeah, best way to put it. That's not putting something on and sanding it right off. My friend had wrecked his truck and that was mute. He put an auto whistler on it, so when it started, it went off. He almost spoke because he was mad with smoking going all around. You know, it's the older timers. Some of them were like artwork when they did stuff. It really amazed me at how serious. Like I get in the garage sometimes and I'm like, I just want to get done. And because I like being with Heather, hanging out with her and Lily and Tabitha, the kids visit. But some guys get in the garage, man, they don't want to come up. And I do some days I get that way a little bit. It's wintertime now, so it isn't as fun for me. I used junkyard license plates and wrote it back in the day, the original PennDOT body filler. Mike, I used a stop sign once years ago. And I actually went and got it myself. That's when I find out they use these funky bolts to adhere them to the pole. I shouldn't even be telling stories like that, but so I got mad and I went home and got a hacksaw and used the stop sign for a floor pan. Worked good too. I think stop signs are structural. And, you know, there's a sign in my garage that says Tony Road, because my name is Tony. And I forget who gave it to me years ago, 20 years ago, maybe. I don't really remember. I know who gave it to me. He's passed away, sadly, in a car accident. But he gave me a street sign, Tony Road. And I'm like, oh, wow, thank you. Where'd you get this done at? And he went, what do you mean done? I'm like, where'd you get it done? Because you can get them made, you know. And he went, no, it was on the corner of blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, oh. He seen it and was like, I'll get this for you. I'm sure that PennDOT don't think that crap's funny. I don't really even think people do that stuff now, you know, unless I'm just being naive. I think I lived in a different time where we did stupid stuff like that. You know what I mean? Truck's floorboards are patched together with barricade signs. Come to find out they're galvanized aluminum. Oh, jeez. Obviously came from Tony Road. Yeah, that part. I couldn't remember the crossroad because when he told me, I thought, wonder how many more, you know, up the road there were. He told me the crossroad, and I wasn't familiar with where it was, though. But I don't think that shows up in my videos that I'm aware of. I can't remember where I have that hanging in the garage, but I kind of, you know, keep it off of there for some reason. But there was one sign, I won't say what it was. It wasn't real bad. It was showing up on my videos, and I really didn't really think much of it. And then it started in the comments, and I'm like, if everybody's going to be a baby about it, I pulled the sign down instead of me just not caring, you know. And it was nothing like kids couldn't see or anything crazy. My uncle wrecked his square. I had fiberglass and wanted it all back together. Fiberglass sure was itchy. Oh, Keith, itchy. Heather can't even get in her fiberglass. Her dad had a fiberglass boat, I guess like a Johnny boat or something. And I guess she was younger, you know, 8, 9, 10, who knows. She got in her, was playing for hours, and all of a sudden her whole body was just red. Needless to say, Heather don't help me with insulation or nothing. I had a gremlin with unknown to me until I hit a deep puddle, license plates under the rubber floor mats in the back. That was a surprise. My buddy had a gremlin when I was young. And at first I kind of laughed about it a little bit. His name was Tim. And it was just a crummy looking gremlin. Like it needed just to be tired. It was over. He put it in his garage. 6 months later, it came out because we were young, you know. Beautiful blue paint on it. The interior was beautiful. Nice big tires in the back, you know, like we did then. And he put a 401 in it and pumped it up. That thing was fast. I mean, my Javelin couldn't keep up with him, although he had a lot less weight than I did, you know. But that was a fun car. After he made it nice, you know, because it was rusted all out, it was bad. I was like, well, this is pretty cool. I was always a big AMC fan also. I always liked the odd cars, and I always thought Javelins were cool, Gremlins. Like AMC was kind of unique. You either loved them or hated them. I don't think there was an in-between that I'm aware of, but I always got the biggest kick out of AMC. I wish they lasted a little longer. I seen a glass wearing a tank too. Never again got it in my eyes too. Oh, yeah, you definitely don't want that in your eyes. I think everybody that I'm aware of would probably get itchy from fiberglass. You know, I'm guessing technically, but I never had a bad problem with it. I just know Heather does. You know, the Pacer was terrible. I only knew one kid with a Pacer when I was young, and they all made a big deal out of it because of Wayne's World. You know, but I don't remember I think it had a straight six in it, like a 258 or something like that, Bob. I could be wrong, but I thought it was a 258. He had a straight six in it, but I don't think I was ever really in it messing around much. 73 Super Grammy, love AMC. Yeah, and it shows you my buddy Jim Lorish. I think he signed out. He got quiet. He seen me in Ohio. Get my fat ass off the chair. He seen me in Ohio at the VW meet last year, and he knew I was such a big AMC fan. He worked at I thought he said he worked at the AMC plant, literally. And even I'm a Beetle guy, he brought this for me. And I thought that was so cool because I had a 72 SST with a 360. And he brought this for me that I guess they gave it to him at the factory that he worked at. And I just thought that was so nice of him to do. He don't live that far from me, about a half hour. But he sees me at a Beetle meet with my Slade stuff on and blah, blah, blah. And he's like, look what I brought you. And it was a javelin. So I know some people had to think that was weird. But I do have a lot of passion for a lot of cars. I just choose to do Volkswagens now because I've always loved them since I was 14 years old. Oh, I remember the Hornet. Yeah. There was actually one for sale on the marketplace recently, Pete, near me. And I just didn't trust the way it was worded with a couple things, but it was a 2-door Hornet. And I thought it was pretty cool looking, in all honesty. Super Gremlin or Gremlin X, that I don't know. I never knew enough about the Gremlins. I only knew my buddies Tim had that Gremlin and that was it. I don't even know what year it was. But when he put the 401 in there, it definitely woke it up. I think he had to mess with rear end. He had to do a couple things to that. So I don't know if it had a 304 in it, originally, or what the deal was, but it was nice when he was done. I think my driver's car was a Hornet in the 70s. They had such a unique personality, the AMC cars. I just thought they were unique. I thought they were different, where you were getting outside of the box with them. My friend's Pacer was a lead sled. I'll tell you what, that fishbowl had excellent all-around visibility. Oh yeah, they did. They did. There's no doubt about that. They had some big windows around them back in the day. Evansville motor cars that they would produce when the cars were unveiled for production. Wow, you serious, Keith? That is really cool. I remember going to a car dealership in 1973. I was 9 years old in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, when my dad bought his 73 Olds brand new. Only thing I was bummed about, I remember being there and I looked over and it must have been a 72 or back Cutlass. And I thought, why isn't he buying that one? That's cool. But he wanted a brand new car, and he bought a 73 Cutlass, 354 barrel dual exhaust, steeper end from the factory, 3-speed sag and all. I tried to find a model on eBay and out of one of them die-casts. I can't find one, so I guess they weren't as popular, But it was a fun car. I drove it when I was 16. Super with 304 and a factory thresh side pipes. That would be cool. And I probably have seen them before with the side pipes. Side pipes were like a really big thing when I was young. I think everybody's get out of there. Go. I think everybody's Corvette when I was young had side pipes on them. I swear every single one of them, unless it was just where I lived and you got out and you burned your leg on them, I used to have a set of those side pipes laying around the shop. Yeah, I don't think I've seen side pipes forever. I don't think I have. It's been a very long time. I had to replace a door on a Pacer once, and it took the two of us to lift it. Oh, yeah, I'll bet, Bob. Probably the glass weighed 300 pounds. I think one of my models is a Cutlass 442. Oh, that's cool. I love the old Cutlasses. My cousin, I don't know what it's worth, but he has I believe it's a 69. It says all original, 442 convertible, 455 4-speed. What I'm aware of is it's worth a lot of money. and I think I'm interpreting what it actually is: motor, 4-speed, everything. And it's like a funny gold color with white interior, and it looks brand new. So I don't know what that car's worth, but it's got to bring a little bit of change. But he has like 30 or 40 vintage cars. I was always really happy for him. He had to buy a building to store his cars in. He's like a mini Jay Leno, but he has he has a 51 Merc chop top, stuff like that. I keep wanting to stop out and see what's all there, because I think there was a Falcon Sprint there, and I always thought they were really cool too. Heather even said, "I'll take a Nova or a Falcon." I know it's Chevy, Ford, but she's liked both of them for a long time. One that I regret getting rid of, I don't know, it's been probably 8 or 9 years, is I had a 64 Chevy Corvair two-door black with red interior. It did run, but needed some work, engine-wise and that. But I should have kept that one. But my kids were a little younger. I was trying to help them, and I just didn't have time to play with it, But sure wished I kept that one. Heather really, really liked that car too. Had the little fingertip shifter on a dashboard. It was a Power Glide. I had a 6.7 Pro Cutlass 330 Rocket. Wow, too bad you still didn't have that. You know what that would be worth now, Kevin? I mean, I let Barrett Jackson run sometimes in the background, just background noise while I'm doing stuff. And of course, I'm always looking over at the TV. And I can't even believe what cars go for now. I don't know if it's just there's a lot of people that are wealthy, so they just bid them up really high, but it is incredible. Like you see a 63 split window vet go through. Oh my God, or an old Boss 429, Mustang. There are certain ones that bring just stupid money, like it's just ridiculous, you know what I mean? But hey, Philippe, how you doing, brother? He's saying good morning because it's 12-3-1-3-2-3-3-3-4-3-5. I think it's about 5:30 a.m. there. I'm pretty sure. Sold it when the babies came. Yeah, Kevin, I know that deal. Yeah, kids start to change what you have, on hand. Foreign investors are really driving prices up. Oh, I believe it, Mike. I do. I used to watch Meekum a lot, but mostly now I leave Barrett Jackson run, is what I usually watch. And like I said, I always use it as background noise. Heather likes one that's kind of British. I think Wayne Carini used to go to them a lot. Goodman or something like that. I can't remember. She liked watching that one because she likes the old Mercedes, like from the 60s, and the old Ferraris. So she would watch them a lot with Wayne Carini on there. Gooding or Goodman or something. I can't remember. But a slower moving auction where when you watch Barrett, it's like 50, 50, 55, 60, 65. They talk real fast. Where when Heather watched it was like, do we have 60 million? Do we have 65 million? And I'm like, wow, I'm going to fall asleep. I guess everyone's different, how they run them. But Wayne Carini, I haven't watched that in a long time. I don't even know if he's still on. I used to really enjoy his show. It was very low key. It wasn't crazy, screaming, yelling. Roger was on there, the mechanic. I liked that show. I thought it was really good. Although when I was watching it, I guess Roger was up in age a little bit then, the mechanic. So I don't know what the deal is, But hey, Neil, good night. I hope you have a great week, brother. I'm going to have to go in a minute too. We've been on. Oh, it's 11:30. That's right. I've been on 2.5 hours. Okay. And I said to Heather, I'm going to get on for about an hour and a half because it's Sunday night, but I probably should sign off. Good night, Bob. And I'm sorry, Philippe. Philippe just come in and we're hanging out and leaving. Meekin comes out here in Harrisburg. Oh, I didn't know they came to Harrisburg. I always seen like that, Scottsdale, different things like that. But I'm going to get some rest. I'm wearing down now. It's probably showing. But thank you, everybody. And I'm sorry, Philippe. You just came in and we're closing out. But I'll catch up to you on Messenger. I got to get on video again with him. And good night, Daniel. You should come out here to Pebblehurst. So sometimes the closest. Skip out if I can. Pebble Beach. That would actually be fun, Mike. I definitely will give that consideration. There's no doubt about it. And Philippe, I'll catch up with you soon because we got to do live chat together. It's been a little while. We do video chat because he's in Belgium. So I really enjoy talking to him and his wife. Everybody, have a great week. Blessings to you all. Everybody stay safe. Try to be happy and don't run up your credit cards like I did. I'll see y'all soon. Thank you all for being here. I really appreciate it.